this time we're going to profile linebacker Oscar Palacios. And Oscar comes to us from the great state of New Mexico. He's from Albuquerque and played some ball at Highland before coming to Ottawa University. And Oscar, thank you so much for taking time out to join us.
No, thank you, bro. Thank you for having me today.
So it's an interesting season so far. And before we kind of get a little more into your background, how much more joy is it to play football this year after going through some of the things that the team has gone through this year with COVID and that?
You know, it's a blessing just because, you know, when everything hit, especially here at Ottawa, it happened so fast. You know, we were practicing one day and getting ready to leave to spring break that next Friday, and Coach K said we didn't have practice. And then maybe I would say later that night, Thursday night, eating dinner, we had a message saying a lot of things, and everything around us too was getting closed down, so we didn't know. And you know, I didn't like how, you know, my senior spring was taken away, you know, with my fellow seniors too. But you know, I think with everything happening now, you know, we're still taking it step by step and just, you know, planning on playing every single week as it's our last week, because we still don't know what's going to happen.
Being a senior, do you feel like it is a place, especially for the upperclassmen, to take a leadership role with the team?
You know, I think it is. It's very important just because, you know, with this year, we do have a lot of freshmen stepping up and, you know, and they're doing really well. But at that, you know, we're still trying to teach them little things that can help them in the long run. So, you know, it's still a lot of teaching with the, you know, the freshmen, seniors, and still getting that good respect between each other. So when, you know, they're having to, you know, help freshmen and sophomores under them when they're seniors, you know, they learn from a good example from us.
So what brought you to Ottawa University?
So it was about my senior year. I was actually getting really close to graduating. I would say maybe February into that spring. And actually one of my friends was actually going to want to come and cheer here. She was one of my good friends. And so I was still looking to go. I was going to be Ottawa or stay home. And, you know, I got in contact with Coach P. Coach P, you know, talked me through the process. And once I got accepted, he gave me a scholarship. And I guess the rest is history. I didn't take no visit, no nothing. I just took it and rolled with it.
Were there teams interested in bringing you in besides Ottawa, or what? Was it just once?
So I had a few looks at just, you know, in-state schools. I went to visit, you know, from here, there in Arizona and Texas, but nothing crazy interest. So it was just really just in-state schools that were really looking at me.
And what are you working on? What's your degree in?
Okay, so when I got here as a freshman, I started off as a sports study. But when going into school, you know, the classes I was taking, it wasn't really catching, you know, my eye. So I decided to go talk to my advisor, and I decided to be a marketing major with a minor in business admin. And then last fall, coming into signing up for classes, we made the decision to be a double major in marketing and business admin. So I'm a double major in that.
Congratulations, that's awesome, man. So expected to graduate in May then?
Yes, sir, that is the plan.
So where do you see yourself once you leave Ottawa University?
So the plan is just to apply at some places here in KC at marketing firms, and then some back home. But, you know, if nothing really happens here, the plan is just to go back home, find a job and start working. I have a few connections with a few businesses back home with just family and friends. And so I'm going to try to take advantage of those and just see where I'll end up.
So it looks like you've got some plans in place that you're working on. And I mean, with marketing and that, you know, there's a call for that. So I don't think you're going to be hurting for opportunities.
Yes, sir.
So as an Ottawa University Brave, what has been your favorite moment on the football team?
You know, I've had a lot of them. I think, you know, of course, spending the time these past 4 years with, you know, the seniors I'm with now, and then seniors that have graduated before, and still this class that I'm with the freshmen and everything like that. You know, I've met so many people from everywhere, and, you know, just memories with them. But I would say my favorite memory so far has probably been this year when I actually got to start against OPSU, and I made some big plays for the Braves defense. But I think those were probably some of my biggest memories when I had a couple of sacks and that interception. So.
And as far as a student at Ottawa University, do you have something that you'll look back fondly on, a moment in time?
I think probably some of the best memories I had were probably in the dorms with just some of my friends and teammates. Colby Johnson, Leland McKinney, Isaiah Ville, and Jillian King have probably been some of my best friends here since day one. We lived in pretty much the same residence halls until this year, but even at that, I still live with Isaiah Ville, but we're still a close, tight-knit group of friends, and just all the memories with them have probably been pretty funny and just good moments.
Well, a good crew to hang out with.
Yes, sir.
Well, Oscar, I appreciate you taking time out and allowing everybody to get to know linebacker for Ottawa University. Continued success. Good luck with the game today.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That is Oscar Palacios, this week's player profile. We will take a break. When we come back, we will continue on with Coordinator's Corner here on Ottawa University Braves pregame on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO and KOFO.com.
It's coming. Ottawa University's annual Spooktacular Bash Drive-Through Edition. Here's the ghoulish details. Tonight, 6 until 8 p.m. or until all treats are gone. Trick-or-treaters line up like little pumpkins along 11th Street to enter the Hull Center for Athletes' back parking lot. Now stay in your cars or the goblins may get you. There's only one way in and one way out. Ottawa University annual Spooktacular Bash Drive-Through Edition. Insanely fun for those who dare.
Back here for the second half of Coordinator's Corner on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO and KOFO.com. It is offensive coordinator Julian Mendez, defensive coordinator Thomas Pearson, and I'm Bob Johnson as we get you ready for kickoff this afternoon as the Braves take on St. Mary. We'll start with you, Coach Mendez. You've got a team in St. Mary who has not played that many games, a lot of it due to COVID-19. But from what people are able to tell right now, you're going to be facing a defense that's going to try to pack the box, look to maybe stop the run here this afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely going to be one of the keys for us is to try this afternoon to get the run game going. That's been a bright spot in our first 3 games, to be able to have some of that run game moving. Hopefully we can now continue to build upon that. But with them defensively through their first couple games, you're able to see them wanting to make sure and control that line of scrimmage and really get some avenues for their backers to make some plays.
With them at least putting 7 in the box, you look at maybe them running some zone or man-to-man, it's really going to be key for the wide receivers to get open. It's also going to be key for whoever's slinging the ball to be able to get rid of it quickly and find those open slots and make maybe St. Mary have to change their strategy a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, and that's going to be something that we're going to have to do is try to get ourselves in some situations to take advantage of what they're giving us and just play with that, play Ottawa University football offensively and utilize that in our favor. We really need to make sure we build on what we did, bright spots this last week, and then clean up some of the things up front, protection-wise and run game-wise, to be able to get going and have a good day this afternoon offensively.
Coach Pearson, defensively, St. Mary is going to want to run that football and try to find some success with it. So it's going to be key for the defensive line to win that battle of the line of scrimmage, and then for maybe the linebackers to clean up whatever comes next.
Yeah, they've been trying to establish the run since their starting quarterback got hurt. First game against Tabor, they've kind of rotated 2 other guys, and and they're both fairly mobile. So they want to utilize their legs from time to time, whether it's zone read type stuff or design quarterback run. But they definitely want to try to establish a running game, and then they're going to rely on some quick passes. So run the ball, quick passes, kind of get the DBs and defense aggressive, trying to jump short stuff, and then they want to get you over the top. So we're going to make sure that we eliminate one thing at a time. Right now, it's going to be the run, like you mentioned. They want to establish that running game. So we definitely want to stop the run, make them one-handed, basically, put one hand behind their back, and try to let our guys up front do what they do, and that's get the quarterback out the pocket, get hits on the quarterback, and eventually get them down.
By eliminating that run, that would certainly help out with eliminating any play action. But again, that's the secondary is going to have to make sure that they account for everybody out there catching a pass. How is everything depth-wise for the secondary? And how has everything gone this week preparing for an offense like that?
Depth-wise for the secondary, we're in the same boat that we've been all year. We're not extremely deep back in the secondary, but the guys that we have are willing to fight and line up against however many times. So I'm extremely proud of those guys, especially our young freshman corners, Jan Kowo and Jaquan Davis. They want to line up and play anybody, anywhere, whether they're in good position, bad position. It's kind of the benefit right now that they're freshmen and they don't know no better, or they don't know no worse. So it's kind of a double-edged sword right there, where they could get beat, but they're so wet behind the ears that they didn't even realize it. And they're willing to line up and go toe-to-toe again with whoever else. So that freshman confidence that they have helps them and hurts them from time to time, but it definitely helps them forget a play and move on to the next play. But having leaders in the back end like Jalen King really helps shore up where we may have mistakes or holes or things like that.
What is going to be the biggest obstacle for this defense of Ottawa University this afternoon?
This is really going to be not the first time playing an offense that has a really mobile quarterback. Looking at OPSU, they had a quarterback that was more so pocket driven. He wanted to stay in the pocket, stay behind the line of scrimmage, and deliver the ball downfield. Same thing with Mac. He was athletic, but he was more so looking to deliver the ball downfield, push the ball downfield, get the ball to his receivers. This week, we finally got a couple quarterbacks that are willing to give a read one, maybe a read two, and then they're going to break the pocket and try to gain yards. They're going to try to cover ground with their feet, rather than staying back in the pocket and delivering the ball downfield. So we're really going to have to do a good job of staying on coverage, and then backers being ready to come out of coverage and come down and contain or end up rushing the passer, keep him from breaking something long.
My dog Rodney agrees. I don't know if you picked that one up in the background or not. He does follow along with that one. Coach Mendez, for you on the offensive side, what's going to be the toughest thing facing the St. Mary defense?
That's going to be establishing that run game and controlling the front. Really talking to our offensive line, talking to our backs, talking to our tight end, is really making sure that we are setting the tone up front and setting the tone at the line of scrimmage. If we're able to control that front, whether it's within the run game or the pass game, then this afternoon should be a good one offensively.
Yeah, I'm taking a look at the size of that defensive line, and you've got two defensive ends that, weight-wise, they're not the heaviest, but you take a look at the nose tackle, and they're pushing 3 bills, especially when you're 5'11" and pushing 3 bills. You're going to be pretty much I would call it a bowling ball if you're running, but going to be more of a brick wall if you're trying to win something, or at least try not to get beat by the offensive line. What do you do when you take on size like that, especially if you're an offensive lineman?
As an offensive lineman, you just have to stay scheme strong with everything that we do, rely on the technique that's being taught, and really work together. I know we talked a little bit about doing more than what's in your job. So with here is just staying within our technique, staying within the scheme, not trying to do something that's not in your responsibility. I think with that, if we can do that up front, that'll really help us manage that front defensive line and that front seven.
Coach Pearson, for the defensive line for Ottawa, they're going to be taking on a pretty decent-sized offensive line for St. Mary. Is this going to be more of trying to be athletic and not let them lean on you?
A little bit of both. Even though our guys on paper defensively are undersized, pound for pound, and even more so, I would put them up with a lot of guys in our conference, offensive line-wise, whether it's Aaron Schumann, Jacob Garcia, Will Wallace, Isaiah Ville, any of those guys, they do a great job of holding their own. One of the reasons why we were confident in getting into a three-man front this year. So it's going to be a combination of both, where pound for pound, strength for strength, I feel like we could attack. So our game plan is kind of structured to do both of those things. Beat them with power at the point of attack, but then also beat them with movement and penetration and speed.
And of course, for you guys, I want to ask this to cap the interview off. As practice has gone, how have the players responded after coming off of last weekend? Have they? Do you see a spark? Do you see something this week that says that that these players are looking to make amends and put on a better performance this week?
Yeah, I definitely think so. As a whole, it's something that you need to respond from. I know I told my guys in the offensive line group that you really can see what you're made of as a team after a weekend like this weekend. You see leadership starts to show, or lack of leadership starts to show. And that goes from everywhere, every group, and you see what kind of work ethic you have. It's all fun and games. Everybody can be happy and excited when winning's going on, but if something goes wrong, there's a little bit of adversity, you really see what people are made of. And I really think our guys at least today, took the opportunity to grow and to learn from that loss, and to be able to share some things up that we didn't have shared up.
Yeah, like we do on Twitter, just retweet. I'm gonna retweet what Coach Mendez just said. But no, absolutely. Defensively, I talked to my leaders, each position group, and I let them know, okay, you got punched in the mouth, and I've been telling these guys from when they were freshmen, I echoed to the team, what do you do when stuff hits the fan? When things don't go your way, when you're faced with adversity, when you're sitting in a set of circumstances that you weren't planning on, how do you respond? How do you answer the bell that next round? And I told these guys, this isn't about, your leadership is going to be reflected not when Saturday was happening in the fourth quarter and the game was out of hand. It's going to reflect Monday. So when we got back out, and those guys kind of took that as a challenge, and they didn't let people mope around and feel sorry for themselves, whether they were getting coached up in a meeting after that game, because those were frustrated meetings. They didn't allow guys to mope and feel sorry for themselves or point the finger and blame somebody or anything like that. That leadership started to show, and again, those captains that we got, I think they did a great job this week of keeping a pulse of the team, making sure guys were bought in and understanding, no, stuff hit the fan, it's not over, we just got punched, we got to respond now. Like, we got to get the ball back rolling, get this momentum going. We're not a bad team, we're still a good team, we just got to refocus ourselves and get going in the right direction. So I'm going to tip my hat to the leadership, and I believe it's going to show tonight against St. Mary.
I'm excited to call this one. Guys, thank you so much for being on this week, and we will talk to you again next week.
Absolutely, Bob. Thank you again, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, guys. That is Coordinator's Corner for this week. We'll get another player profile, and then we'll have our fireside chat with head coach Kent Kessinger. You're listening to us on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO and KOFO.com.
Buy all your metal supplies from QSI. They They not only sell steel and trim, but also windows, screws, underlayment, caulking, lumber, windows, doors, and much, much more. Visit us in Richmond or give us a call at 785-835-6100.
This is Craig Dingle of Dingle & Son Mortuary. Pre-arrangements make the difference of a family that is stressed and a family that is free to grieve, to celebrate a life. Consider making your pre-arrangements to lift the burden.
Dingle & Son Mortuary, 785-242-2323.
This week, player profile, we will talk with Ottawa University Braves offensive lineman Arnold Mendoza. And Arnold joins us out of Corpus Christi, Texas, a product of W.B. Ray School. And Arnold, welcome, and thank you so much for taking time to speak with us here.
Hi.
This is, I guess, first question for me would be, what brought you to Ottawa University? What did you like the most when you came here and sold you on being here at Ottawa?
What brought me to Ottawa first initially was the wrestling program. I was a wrestler in high school. I played football also. I took 5th place in the state of Texas. So that's what got my foot in the door to Ottawa University. They reached out with a wrestling scholarship, and I agreed. I said yes, as long as I could also play football. So they agreed, and I walked on as a freshman, and I ended up having a good season.
So are you still wrestling for Ottawa University?
No, sir. I am not wrestling. I wrestled for 2 years, and then I just wanted to commit my time to football.
And so I can completely understand being a student and being and playing football, and then trying to do another sport at the same time is pretty difficult to try to accomplish. So certainly can understand that. What was it about Ottawa University as a whole that sold you?
The people sold me. When I first came up here to visit with my parents, it felt like home. It didn't feel strange. It didn't feel weird. I was walking around campus, and it was just, it felt homey. I hope that makes sense. It felt like I belonged here. It was like I felt like this pull. So it was a clear-cut choice in my eyes.
It certainly does make sense, and that is something that is really great about the campus of Ottawa University and the people and the coaching staff. They work hard to not only make you feel at home, but they also want to see you grow. And from time walking on campus to where you are now, do you see the growth that has taken place?
I do. When I first got here, I was very, I guess, shy and timid, and now Coach K taught me to stand up and to be proud and be strong. So I have him to thank for that, and the coaching staff really helped me grow as a young man.
Was there any bit of a culture shock coming from Texas to small town here in Ottawa?
Yes, I come from Corpus Christi, so the population is about 370,000 people. So you don't see everybody twice on the same day, and here you see the same person up to 3 times a day sometimes, depending on what area you're in. So yes, that was a bit of a culture shock. The people are nicer, I would say. It's a small town, so you know their first name instead of just, hey, how are you doing? You know their name, so it's a good area.
Barbecue's better?
I can't say that. I'm sorry, sir. South Texas crowd.
Okay. We'll let that go. But I don't know. I've never had Texas barbecue, so I'm gonna have to hook up with some of that.
Yes, sir. Just let me know.
So, what is your favorite memory as being an Ottawa University player?
Man, my favorite memory was probably the first time I suited up my freshman year, and it was a home game. And they warned me about the fireworks. They warned me about the smoke. They warned me about the big helmet we ran out of and the fans. And I was 18, and I was completely like dumbfounded. It was amazing. I remember just like breathing in the smoke, the yellow smoke. It's a trigger for extra memories. Man, it's like a flashback. So it's amazing.
So, as a student at Ottawa University, what are you going after degree-wise?
Degree-wise, I'm going for my coaching degree. I'm a sports studies concentration of coaching major. So I would like to get my coaching degree and give back to my community back home.
And that's really an awesome thing, especially to be able to go back home and give back to community that helped you grow up.
This is true. I wouldn't be who I am without it.
What is, outside of your football, just being on campus, what's one of the memories that you're going to carry with you for the rest of your life?
Ooh, it's a good one. Probably late night donut runs, because those were always fun. Because it's like the middle of the night, you and your friends are tired because you got out of practice, and you're just like, I don't want to go, but they're like, come on, it's free donuts. All right, fine, we're gonna go. So that's probably one of the best. My next best is probably making s'mores out at the fire pit on the fire pit, and me and my friends took a speaker out there, and we were just dancing.
That's pretty awesome. A great and an opportunity to just kind of kick back and relax, and of course, being at a place like Ottawa, you're able to do that and not have too much of a concern about it either.
Yeah, it's a small town. You're relatively pretty safe. Everybody knows each other, so you got friendly eyes watching.
Arnold, I appreciate you taking time out and talking with us here. Good luck with the game against St. Mary, and hopefully we'll get to talk again here before the season is out.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your time. That
is Arnold Mendoza, offensive lineman for Ottawa University. We'll take a break. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO and KOFO.com.
When was the last time you gave someone you care about a gift? Just because. It's not their birthday, not a holiday when they would expect it. It's just another day. And they're getting a new set of earrings, a new bracelet, a new ring, recreated from a family heirloom. Just because. It doesn't have to be a special occasion for you to visit Sutton's Jewelry in downtown Ottawa. Their friendly and knowledgeable staff can help you pick out the right gift from their vast selection anytime, even when it's just because. You've got it made at Sutton's Jewelry, 213 South Main.
Welcome back. Ottawa University Braves pregame on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO and KOFO.com. Usually we try to do this fireside chat face-to-face. Unfortunately, this week is being done over Zoom face-to-face. Of course, I do have a picture of a fireplace right now on my computer, too, to fill that in.
Yeah, and I think my wife has our fireplace going today, so it is an actual fireside chat today, Bob.
And that voice you hear right there is head coach Kent Kessinger. Coach, thank you so much for joining me as we get ready for the game here. Well, it will be this afternoon by the time this airs. So it's going to be an interesting game. And it's going to be, we're going to see what the makeup of this Braves team is today because of after what happened last week and how they answer for that. How have you felt so far practice-wise the team has been, and do you think that they're ready to answer that bell?
Well, I think we've had some decent practices, particularly early in the week. I thought actually on Monday and Tuesday we came out in a really good, had really good energy. Tuesday was I thought a really good practice for us when it came to being able to work tempo. Our defense was playing pretty good. Our special teams did some nice things as well. So those things were positive. It'll come down to, again, when we get into live fire and just see how much they're going to be able to grow and learn, and that's what we talked about before. We got a lot of young guys playing. I mean, we got freshmen playing in our receiver core, brand new guys playing as our running backs, brand new quarterbacks for us on offense, freshmen in our offensive line, freshmen in our secondary, freshmen playing linebacker for us. Our most, I think our most seasoned veterans are probably in our defensive line, and those guys have been the most solid for us too. So that's something that hopefully we're growing with age. This would normally be the 9th week of the season. We'd be thinking about how we're shortening practices and wrapping things up here for the next couple weeks, and moving into whatever it might be, maybe a playoff run, or maybe it's just getting ourselves to through the end of the season. And we're lining up for game number 4. So it's a different situation right now for sure.
How hard has it been to prepare for a team who's played even less than you have so far?
Well, I didn't know if that was going to be a possibility, coming into the season and the way that things were kind of going for us. But yeah, we have 2 games. They played Tabor. It was several weeks ago, and then they came back and they played Southwestern. And Southwestern's a good, really good football team. I've seen on film, and I watched Tabor, and that was their first game, so they had a lot of first game mistakes and that sort of thing in that one. So it's really hard to tell what they're going to have when they're out there. They seem to do a pretty decent job against Southwestern on the run versus the run, but at the same time they gave some openings for the pass. So I think that we have to be able to do both offensively, and then defensively, they like to run the inside zone, so we're going to have to, be good against the run on defense, and they throw a lot of quick game. Coach Snyder, who's their offensive coordinator, we've gone up against him both when he was coordinating at Kansas Westland back in the day, and then also at Bethany. So he's a really good coach. He's really fundamental orientated, so we're going to have to be ready for that too.
Well, you mentioned about being tough on the run, as St. Mary's has been in their 2 games. It's going to require the offensive line for Ottawa University to be able to open up some holes, but also it's going to require them to have to do some blocking for a passing game that could maybe take advantage of a defense that's playing close to the line. How do you think things have gone for the offensive line as they get ready for this one?
Oh, I think we still have some growth areas that we have to do with those guys up front. They're still learning to play with each other. You can get a lot of that. You can get some of that, I should say, in practice, but you really get to know each other when you get into the games, because you don't have the coaches sitting there and let's stop this, let's walk through this, let's talk through this. You just got to be able to go, and I think that they're still kind of gelling together. We're still really thin. We don't have guys. Some of the guys back off of quarantine yet, which really makes us thin at the offensive line. We've kind of been mixing some puzzle pieces around, and we got some people that I think are doing an okay job, but they're a little out of position. So that is an area that I think that we have got to be solid at. They're going to have 7 guys at the line of scrimmage, basically within their 34 defense most of the time, and we got to be able to pick up pressure, and we got to be able to open some holes, for sure, like you said.
Well, and you mentioned a little bit that they like to play a kind of a Tampa 2 almost in that the zone. So as someone who has coordinated offenses for a while, how do you attack a defense like that?
Well, if we can keep out of 3rd and long, they won't get into Tampa 2. That's kind of their defense, and they vary it up. Sometimes they're bringing pressure, sometimes they're dropping 8 guys in the coverage, and when you drop 8 guys in the coverage, you got to be able to hold your own up front with the 3-man rush, and sometimes the vaunted 3-man rush is worse than just blitzing because you get guys to think that there's only 3 guys coming, and this guy can handle it, and if he missteps, the next thing the guy's back in the backfield. But the thing is our quarterbacks really got to start working. Our receivers got to find open areas, and that's been a key of our offense, since I got here is being able to put receivers into open areas, what I call the green grass. Find the green grass and get the ball to the receiver sitting in the green grass. And so we've talked a lot about that with our receivers, the fact that we don't want to run to get covered. We want to make sure that we sit down in the right places, that we read it as much as the quarterbacks read it, and then the quarterback's got to deliver a good ball. So if we can stay out of 3rd and long, we won't see a whole lot of that Tampa 2. And with the Tampa 2, though, I will tell you, though, we're going to attack the edges of it. So we're just going to stay away from that middle extra safety and really attack the edges.
How has the team responded after last week? Of course, the Coach Kessinger 24-hour rule went into effect immediately.
Yes, you did. Yep.
And so, do you feel like that maybe it was a kind of a wake up call for them after last weekend, and that maybe more of a game face coming up for this week?
Well, I think the big test will be see how they react on Saturday to it. They've been fairly loose this week. With things. I think that the seniors did a really good job. We talked to them on Monday, and then the seniors asked if they could talk to them afterwards, and just basically teammate to teammate, which is really good. I mean, I like to be able to have that kind of leadership where you can maybe talk to a senior and say, hey, this is something that be best coming from you. You guys need to take ownership in this, and how can you help lead our team? Because even when I played, back in for Bethany and Coach Pearson playing here, Coach Mendez playing here, etc. It's the players playing for each other, and a lot of times their words mean even greater. They ring louder than even the coaches, and so if you can get everybody on the right page, and I think we've got some pretty good seniors that can do that. Particularly guys like Colby Johnson, who's playing outstanding this year right now. Jacob Garcia, Isaiah Viol, those guys are all playing very well right now, and I think that can ring a lot louder than maybe even us coaches, harping on the same thing. So they did that. I think that we were more focused. That's when we really came out. We had a really good practice, and so I'm gonna actually encourage them, the guys, to get together right at the beginning of tomorrow's practice and be sharp all the way through for that hour that we're out on the field.
Well, this is kind of a different way we're going to end the pregame interview, because we can't really talk after this one's over, more than likely, unless you just want to call in and do a live interview at that point in time afterwards. But
well, I can if I remember, if somebody will tell me, because I'm old, Bob, is that I'll call in and I'll just give you a holler on the cell phone, since we happen to have exchanged phone numbers. We should be good on that, but of course somebody's going to have to remind me, because
well, yeah, you'll have to call the radio station for this one. As extenuating circumstances, we'll be doing the play-by-play from the studios of KOFO. So this will be it's different. You guys have had more than your share of difference, and now the broadcaster gets an opportunity to have to do something different.
Well, you'll just be like Kirk Herbstreit, when he had to do that several weeks ago, and he was in quarantine. So yeah, I mean, Bob Johnson, Kirk Herbstreit, Chris Fowler, those names just kind of roll off together, don't they?
You are, wow. That's you're a funny man tonight, because I was going to say I don't think that is actual truth, but I'll take it. Thank you. How about that?
You're welcome.
Instead of the self-deprecating humor, I'll accept it. So there we go.
Right, awesome.
Well, Coach, good luck, and we will hopefully talk to you when this one's over, and maybe a win.
I look forward to that, and I'm looking forward to talking to you as well. So go Braves.
We'll take a break. When we come back, we will get you your starting lineups. We'll get you weather and the schedule of games for this afternoon in the KCAC. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves pregame on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO and KOFO.com.
No matter the brand, Adams & Brothers can prepare your home comfort system for the cold Kansas winter ahead. Call them today, 785-242-9273. Adams & Brothers, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
Welcome back to Ottawa University Braves pregame here on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO and KOFO.com. As we get close to kickoff, it's time now for us to take a look at our starting lineups for this afternoon's matchup between Ottawa University and the St. Mary Spires. Let's first of all take a look at today's starting offensive players for Ottawa University.
Arnold Mendoza, right tackle, Corpus Christi, Texas.
Madrid Steele, right guard, New Orleans, Louisiana.
Center, Ogden, Utah.
Jackson Knight, offensive lineman, Silent Springs, Arkansas.
Edward Taylor, left tackle, San Francisco, California.
Gregory McMahon, tight end, Oakdale, California.
Colton Davis, wide receiver, Newton, Kansas.
Dylan Foose, Dayton, Kansas.
Jaquan Daniels, slot receiver, Atlanta, Georgia.
Garrett Curtis, running back, Tampa, Florida.
Bailey Shire, quarterback, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma.
And now let's take a look at the starting lineup for the defensive side of the ball for Ottawa University.
Isaiah Veal, defensive end, Salina, Kansas.
Jacob Garcia, D-tackle, Corpus Christi, Texas.
Aaron Schumann, D-line, Wellington, Kansas.
Keaton Rickard, outside linebacker, Tonganoxie, Kansas.
Weston Davis, linebacker, College Park, Florida.
Colby Johnson, El Dorado, Kansas, linebacker.
Oscar Palacios, linebacker, Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Samad Ali, DB, Detroit, Michigan.
Devin Johnston, DB, Leavenworth, Kansas.
Jalen King, defensive back, Huntsville, Alabama.
Deion Williams, DB, Carson, California.
Now let's take a look at the weather forecast for this afternoon's matchup between Ottawa University and St. Mary. Right now, temperatures are in the upper 50s in Leavenworth, where the St. Mary Spires are located. Sunny skies overhead. We'll be expecting a high of 69 as the day goes on. It is breezy, south wind 10 to 15 miles per hour. It'll pick up a little bit more out of the southwest as the game goes on, gusting 16 to 21 miles per hour, and gusts could reach the middle 30s. So this game, depending upon how this wind goes, could find itself being another Kent Kessinger two-quarter game, and so that's really going to be interesting to see how that will affect the Ottawa University Braves here this afternoon. Now let's take a look at the schedule today in the KCAC as we get ready for action. We'll be kicking off at the top of the hour between St. Mary and Ottawa University, and of course Braves looking for a better performance this week than what they had 1 week ago, but we will see how things go. Let's take a look though at today's rest of the action. So just two other games which will start at 1 o'clock. Tabor is at Avila, and the 6th ranked Kansas Wesleyan Coyotes, who have lost 2 in a row, will be in McPherson this afternoon. So those games will be going on at the same time as Ottawa University and St. Mary. The Friends at Bethany game has been postponed today, and so has the Sterling at Southwestern matchup. And just as a note, Ottawa University was supposed to play Sterling next weekend. That game has been put on the back burner. More than likely will be made up in the spring. Instead, Ottawa University will take on the Friends Falcons in Wichita, and that will be the third straight road game for this Ottawa University squad. So that's a look at what's going on this afternoon in the KCAC as we get close to kickoff from St. Mary. We'll take a break and we will get you ready for the kickoff at the top of the hour. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves pregame on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO and KOFO.com.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
Welcome back. Bob Johnson with you. We get ready for kickoff between St. Mary and Ottawa University. Spires won the toss. They will defer to the second half, so the Braves will get the ball to start off. This is going to be an interesting game. The wind blowing a little bit harder than we expected at this time, as wind's starting to kick up into the 20s. And so this may be another one of those Coach Kessinger two-quarter games. So this Braves offense is going to have to get the running game going, and they're going to have to find a way to score some points with that running game. Spires will be in the blue uniforms, white pants, white numbers, blue helmets. Braves in their road white tops, black numbers, black pants. Kick is away. It'll be taken out of bounds here into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback, so the Braves will get it and start at their own 25. So just underway here, no time off the clock with that kick going into the end zone. We expect to see Bailey Shire out at quarterback for Ottawa University. And it's going to actually be, it looks like Eugene Santerling who will be at quarterback. Ottawa will split out two receivers, now three to the near side, one back to the right of Santerling. They're going to hand it off to Curtis. Curtis wanted to get around the end on the far side. He's going to be forced out of bounds, and it looks like we'll lose a couple as that play will be a yard loss back to the 24, and it'll bring up second down and 11. All right, it'll be Dalen Johnson, back there. It'll be now second down and 11. Santerling will send the running back out to the far side of the field, Dalen Johnson, and he will throw a pass over to the middle. That'll be dropped. It'll be incomplete, and that'll bring up third and 11 quickly, just like that. So the Braves not getting a lot of good going here early on as they're facing the teeth of this south wind against this Spire defense. Braves will line up two receivers to the near side, one to the far side. Spires with three down linemen. Santerling in shotgun will step up, wants to just take off with it, and does. He gets up to the original line of scrimmage and maybe to the 26, and he'll gain just two, and it'll bring up fourth down. So not the way that the Braves wanted to start on offense, and now they will have to send out the punting unit as Corrales will kick into this wind. Flags at St. Mary blowing directly straight out from the south. It's a nice sunny day, no clouds overhead on a fantastic fall afternoon for football. Corrales will kick it from just close to the 10. Snap is away, kick is away. It'll fight the wind and drops at about the 50-yard line and rolls out of bounds they're going to say right at the 50. So St. Mary with a fantastic start for field position with 13:50 to play here in this first quarter. We're doing the game live from KOFO Radio here this afternoon as we were not allowed to go to do this live from St. Mary, so we're glad you could join us. It'll be Franco DeLuca at quarterback for the Spires. He'll have a back to the right of him. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. DeLuca will take off with it. He's in the Braves territory, moves past the 40, up near the 35, and forced out of bounds at around the 34. So a nice run there on first down, and a gain of 16 by DeLuca as he will get to the Braves 34. This Braves defense struggled mightily last week, especially against the run game, as the Bethel Threshers were able to rush for over 300 yards. DeLuca has a low snap, and he will just recover it. That'll be a big loss back to the 38 as he falls right on it. That'll be a loss of 4, and that'll bring up second down and 14. Braves team is giving up almost 400 yards more of offense to their opponents than what they have done so far this year. So this defense really has to find their niche here, as DeLuca will sling it out near side. It'll be caught at the 32 here on the near side. Making that reception will be Jordan Hill, the 6'2", 165-pound senior from Ventura. So that'll be a gain of 6 to the 32. And that'll bring up third down and 8 for St. Mary. The Braves so far this season are allow opponents to hit 52% of third down conversions, 26 of 50. They need to get off the field here as it is third down and 8 from the 32 of Ottawa. DeLuca looks, throws. It's going to be caught at around the 28. Tisdale will get across or out of bounds at the 27. He'll be short. That'll be a gain of 5 on third down. So that'll bring up fourth down, and we'll see what the Spires do here. It is a very manageable fourth down, about 4th and 3 coming up here for St. Mary, as DeLuca will send out 2 receivers to the near side, Hill and Gudka. DeLuca will move the back to his right side. That may be Niquette. Man in motion near to the far side. DeLuca faces the handoff. He's in trouble. Braves have got him in the backfield. DeLuca gets dumped, and he's sucked back at the 40-yard line. A loss of 13, and the Braves will get the ball on a turnover on downs. So the Braves do not bite, and they will get the ball right back as they were able to get off the field on fourth down. 11:27 to play in this first period. No score, and the Braves' second possession coming up. Weston Davis credited with that sack, and now it looks like Bailey Shire will be back at quarterback. They'll hand it off to Curtis. Curtis not able to again get around the edge, and he's going to end up losing a yard back to the 39. And actually, that is going to be Colton Davis back there at quarterback and not Bailey Shire. Now Santerling comes back in for Ottawa University. Second down and 11 from the 39. Santerling will take it, pitches it, wants to get it to Curtis. He'll get back to the original line of scrimmage for a gain of 1, and it'll bring up third down and 10. You can just tell that Curtis is just struggling right now. He did strain his groin, or tweaked it last week's ball game, and not looking so sharp right now. And it'll be third and 10 for the Braves here with 10:29 left to go, first period. Santerling shotgun back to the left of him, 3 receivers far side. Santerling rolls out, wants to throw. He's in trouble, and he will throw it out of bounds. And not sure if there was a receiver in that area, but don't see a flag. Nevertheless, it'll bring up 4th and 10, and the Braves will have to punt one more time. So this Braves offense struggling to get a foothold against this Spire defense. And Corrales on to kick it away. So 4th and 10 from the Braves 40. Again, Corrales having to punt this into the teeth of the south wind, gusting into the 20. Snap is a little high, but Corrales gets it. And it caught the wind, bounces at the 49, rolls back into Braves territory. And now the Spires will get it at the Braves' 42-yard line. So Corrales not able to defeat the wind on that punt. And it'll be in Braves territory at the Ottawa 42-yard line. So the Spires will split out 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. 3 backs into the backfield, 2 backs in the backfield, 1 behind the quarterback for the Spires. DeLuca will hand it off and trying to go right up the middle were the Spires, but the Braves say no to that one. Niquette attempting to bust through, could not get the job done, and it will be a gain of 0. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the Braves 42. DeLuca again, Niquette to the left side, single receiver to the near side, 2 to the far side. They'll give it off to Niquette, bounces it outside. He has some room out there, and he will be forced out of bounds at the 35 of Ottawa. That'll be a gain of 7. So 3rd and 3 coming up for the Spires. 9.5 to play first quarter. Braves defense in another 3rd down situation. So ball will be at the far hash. DeLuca will hand it off. Niquette finds some room. He'll cut up in between the tackle and guard on the near side. He'll have enough yardage as he gets to the 29 of Ottawa. And that is a gain of 6. So that'll be 1st and 10 for the Spires from the Braves 29. Spires finding a little bit of momentum early here as they'll split out to the near side. Jordan, Hill, 2 receivers to the far side. Niquette will hand it off as that's going to be Nicholas Roller. And actually Gutka now was playing back in the backfield, more of a wildcat look there. But the handoff goes to Roller. Roller will push it to the 28 for a gain of 1. So 2nd and 9 coming up for the Spires as they look for the play call. Gutka will be at quarterback. Looks to be Niquette to the right of Gutka at quarterback. 2 receivers near side, 2 to the far side. Gutka will keep it, goes up the middle, makes a couple of men miss, passes the 25, and he will be brought down by Ottawa University in the 2nd level at the 22 of Ottawa for a gain of 6. So another 3rd and short coming up for St. Mary as they are knocking on the Braves' door. Braves allowing teams to score 37 points a game so far this season. As Gutka will hand it off, it's going to be Niquette to the 20 here on the near side. He'll be forced out of bounds near the 15. And he will pick up the 1st down. We'll see where they mark it. It looks like at the 14 for a gain of 8. Would have been Taylor actually at the running back. Hill near side, single receiver far side. Now a 2nd receiver here to the near side. Gutka will hand it off. It goes up the middle. And that will be Taylor again, Colin Taylor. Freshman from California will pick up a couple of yards. Looks like up to the 12 for a gain of 2. That'll be 2nd down and 8. 6:45 to go, first quarter, no score. Braves have had 2 possessions and have gone 3 and out. Gutka will see 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Now they will hand it off to Taylor. Wants to bring it around here on the far side of the field. Braves will string it out, force him out of bounds. Not sure that he was able to gain much, if anything, on that one. Looks like he lost a yard back to the 13. So 3rd and 9 coming up for the Spires. Ball at the far side of the field at the far hash. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Gutka shotgun back to the right of him. Gutka looks, throws, fires. He rolls to the far side, and he will be sacked for a loss close to the 17. And so it'll be 4th and 12, and the Spires will go for a field goal. Let's see where they mark this. Ball is spotted at the Spire 17 after that loss of 4 on the sack. Now we have an official's timeout. Chris Feltz, a 5'10", 170-pound freshman from Oklahoma, will be on for the field goal. This is lining up to be a 33-yard attempt here by the Spires. He'll have the wind at his back. And that'll actually be a 34-yard attempt from the far hash. Snap is good. Kick is away. And it is good. So the 34-yard field goal is good. And the Spires are on the board, 3-0. 5:12 to play. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves football on 1220 and 103.7 FM, KOFO, and KOFO.com.
It's coming. Ottawa University's annual Spooktacular Bash drive-through edition. Here's the ghoulish details. Tonight, 6 until 8 p.m. or until all treats are gone. Trick-or-treaters line up like little pumpkins along 11th Street to enter the whole center for Athlete's back parking lot. Now stay in your cars or the goblins may get you. There's only one way in and one way out. Ottawa University annual Spooktacular Bash drive-through edition. Insanely fun for those who dare.
St. Mary's on the board first, a 34-yard field goal by Chris Feltz with 5:12 to play in the first quarter. And that was a 10-play drive that started at the Braves' 42-yard line. Took just over 5 minutes off the clock as Feltz's kick will be away. It'll go into the end zone, and the Braves will start at their own 25 after the touchback. This Braves offense so far has struggled. Just when you take a look, their first 2 drives, 3 and out, not a lot of offensive yards so far. And Ottawa's got to figure something out here. So the Braves will bring another change at quarterback out. Bailey Shire is in. He's going to throw it over the middle, and he throws it, and it's intercepted by the Spires. He was looking for McMahon, and Holmes for the Spires will intercept it at the 33 of Ottawa. So Bailey Shire's first pass is an interception. Now the Spires again with great field position, and will have the ball at the 32 of Ottawa with 5:07 to go in this first period. And the Braves really struggling right now to find any momentum. Gutka will come back in at quarterback. He'll hand it off to Niket, find space between the guard and the center on the near side. He'll get up to the 30 and then stopped at the 27 of Ottawa. That'll be a gain of 5 on first down by the Spires. So the Braves trying to figure out how to get off the field. Gutka, bad snap, it's fumbled, and that's going to be a huge sack as Gutka is absolutely demolished. That looked like it was Colby Johnson back there to bring the pain. That's a loss to the 39 of Ottawa. That's a loss of 12. It'll be 3rd and 16. So 4 minutes left to play, first quarter. It is the Spires in front 3-0. And it looks like we have another change at quarterback for the Spires. Gutka, Noah is still in. He's going to look, throws, and he tries to go deep down the field on the near side. Hill, and it'll be incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down. Gutka took a shot after throwing the ball, and that'll bring up 4th down. So the Spires look to punt with it 4th down. 4th down and about 17, or excuse me, 4th down and 7. Yeah, 17. That would be about right. Holmes will kick it away, and it will bounce into the end zone. But the officials are going to say that the Spires kept it out, and it's going to be stopped at the 1. Nope, it will be a touchback. The officials decide to call it a touchback. So the Braves now with their 4th possession coming up here with 3:40 to play in the first period. And this Braves offense has got to get something going here. They have absolutely not looked good at all right now. And of course, looking at the stats here, the stats, 3 passes, 0 for 3. Shire will be back out at quarterback. Braves with no yards so far. Shire will hand it off. Looks like that's going to be to Curtis as he will snake his way through the line to the near side and up to the 24 for a gain of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for Ottawa as the Braves now start to go no huddle. Ball at the near side. Shire will sling it out far side. It's going to be caught by Ziegler. Has first down yardage across the 30, past the 35, and forced out of bounds at the 39 of Ottawa on a gain of 15. So Shire now coming in, and he is looking a little bit better than that first drive. Shire will have shotgun, 1 back behind him. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Braves will look to hand it off. Curtis, it was a read option, and instead of pulling it, Shire gave it to Curtis. That's going to be a loss back to the 37. So a loss of 2. 2nd down and 12 now from the Braves 37. Shotgun for Shire, 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Shire hands it off. Curtis, little counter play. He wants to go to the far side of the field. He might get back to the original line of scrimmage on that carry. We'll see where they officially mark him out of bounds. And it does get back to the original line of the 39. So he'll gain those 2 yards lost back. And it'll be 3rd and 10 coming up for Ottawa. Just under the 2-minute mark, first period, St. Mary in front 3-0. 3rd and 10 coming up for Ottawa. Foose will split out to the far side along with a 2nd receiver. Single receiver here to the near side. That may be... Well, Shire will look to throw. He wants to go, and he will throw an interception right at midfield. 2nd interception in 2 straight drives by Shire. So 2 turnovers by the Braves. And the Spires will have great field position again. So 1:37 to play here in the first quarter. And the Spires will have it right at midfield. Niquette in the backfield will take the handoff. Finds a little bit of space as he goes up the middle. And he will be stopped at the 47 of Ottawa for a gain of 3. Braves offense just not clicking so far, as the Spires now with their 4th possession, if I have that correctly, here in the first period. Twins to both sides of the field. Gutka wants to throw, 2nd down and 7, wants to throw near side, has a man. And did he get it in bounds? They are going to say yes. It is a catch by Hill on the near sideline at the 24 of Ottawa. 23 yards on that play, and it's a first down. So 1st and 10 from the Braves, 24. Hill to the near side. 3 receivers far side. Gutka. And we're going to have a broken play as Gutka was expecting the running back to go to his right. The running back went to his left. Gutka will make it up the middle and pick up a couple to the 22. So a gain of 2 by Gutka. 20 seconds to go here in the first period. Spires in front, 3-0. St. Mary looks to get one more play off. 3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Gutka wants to throw, steps up. He's in trouble, takes off with it, and he'll be brought down across the 20. Nope, they're going to say he's down at the 2. At the 20, that's a gain of 2. And that will end the first period of play. So 15 minutes into the books here. We'll take a 60-second break. St. Mary in front, 3-0 over Ottawa. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO and KOFO.com.
If you knew that making one call could help you get the Medicare coverage you need, wouldn't you do it? I did. In one call to United Healthcare, I learned I could combine my Medicare coverage into a single plan for little or no extra money. With the AARP Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare, I get more coverage than original Medicare, like prescription drugs, dental and vision coverage, and 24/7 virtual doctor visits, all for a $0 copay. Plus, it's the only plan with the AARP name. So make that one call to United Healthcare at 1-800-ADVANTAGE. That's 1-800-ADVANTAGE.
Medicare annual enrollment ends December 7th. Call United Healthcare now at 1-800-ADVANTAGE. Paid actor portrayal, benefits, and availability may vary by plan and location. $0 cost share for in-network preventive dental care. Specified services only. Additional vision charges may apply for out-of-network items and services. United Healthcare Insurance Company pays royalty fees to AARP for the use of its intellectual property. AARP and its affiliates are not insurers. AARP does not employ or endorse agents, producers, or brokers.
We get ready to start the second period. Bob Johnson with you. St. Mary in front, 3-0. McPherson in front of Kansas Wesleyan, 7-0. Avila in front of Tabor, 13-0. Gutka will hand it off on 3rd down, and they will take it up the middle. It will be enough for a first down up to the, we'll see. Yeah, it is. It's going to be enough for a first down as they get up to the 12 of Ottawa. So a gain of 8. That'll bring up a first down for the Spires. 1st and goal. From the 13. Or 1st and 10 from the 13. So Gutka will have a back behind him. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Handoff. Niquette will take it to the far side. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Spires. 13-yard run. And this Braves team right now is struggling. So Cole Niquette has expanded the Spires' lead here. Chris Feltz will be on for the extra point. So a 13-yard run as Niquette found an opening. This Braves defense struggling with the run again. The kick is up, and it is good. And it's 10-0 Spires in front of Ottawa with 14:38 to play here in the first half. We'll take a 30-second break, and you're listening to Ottawa University Braves football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
Let's get back to business with Local IQ. Get the power of a national expert marketing team combined with deep roots in 260 communities, making them the partner you need to jumpstart your journey to full recovery. Results matter now more than ever, and Local IQ provides uniquely engaged local audiences, industry-leading technology, intelligent creative design, deep digital marketing expertise, and insights from partnering with hundreds of thousands of businesses nationwide. Talk to Stephen Bradley, your local IQ marketing expert today at 785-242-4700, extension 108.
So the Braves with an interception that leads to 7 points by the Spires as Cole Niquette scores on a 13-yard run with 14:38 to play in the half. 10-0 St. Mary. Spires now will kick into the wind. Braves will have it. They'll have the wind at their back. Braves have allowed their opposition to gain 514 yards of offense, so averaging about 4 yards a carry, and that just isn't going to do. And now the Spires have found a formula here as they've been running it so far on the afternoon. Spires have rushed for 43 yards just in the first and now at the beginning of the second quarter. Spires are 3 of 6 on third downs so far in this ball game. Feltz will kick it away. It'll be taken at the 18 by Ottawa at the far side of the field. Up past the 25, the 30, far side of the field. And forced down at the 33. And the Braves will take over at their own 33. 14:31 to play in the half. And Ottawa right now with just 19 total yards of offense. So the Braves have it at their own 32. And it looks to be Santerling back at quarterback. He'll have a running back to his left. Single receiver near side. And it looks to be 2 receivers to the far side. Davis looks to be the receiver here on the near side. Now man in motion, far to the near side. A little pitch. That's going to be taken. That'll be Colton Davis will take the pitch. Brings it around. And he will pick up a couple to the 34. So a gain of 2. Second down and 8 for the Braves. So again, Davis to the far side along with the second receiver. No, excuse me, he will line up here to the near side now. And 2 receivers to the far side. Shotgun Santerling. Handoff. That's going to be Curtis. He gets across the 35 and up near the 40, and he will have enough for the first down. And excuse me, that was Dalen Johnson on the carry. He'll get up to the 43 for a gain of 9 and enough for the first down for Ottawa. Santerling will try to hand it off this time again right up the middle on first down by Johnson, and he is met and brought down for no gain. So the Braves trying to get their run game going. And you have to wonder if Coach K is feeling comfortable with even using a passing game right now with 2 interceptions already thrown here this afternoon. Braves will split out 2 receivers 2 by 2 to the, and Santerling will throw. He'll throw it over the middle. It'll be caught at the 48 of Ottawa. That will be Colton Davis with the catch. A gain of 5 to the 48 of Ottawa. That will bring up 3rd and 5 for the Braves. 13:25 to play in the half. 10-0 Spires. Single receivers, 1 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Santerling now sends the man in motion from far to the near side. Santerling with a bad snap. He's going to have to fall on it. And the Spires have recovered it, Hennessy Thomas will recover it as Sanderling just stood there looking at the ball. And now that is the third turnover. So a bad snap. And it's recovered by Hennessy Thomas. And the Spires will take over at the 44 of Ottawa. They'll hand it off. Niquette will get across the 40 and up near the 35. We'll take a look here. So it'll be a gain of 9 up to the 35. This will start at the 44 of Ottawa. Gudka will hand it off to Niquette, but he'll be met in the backfield by the Braves. And a nice job there by Jacob Garcia. So that'll be a loss. Looks like back to the 36 of 1, a loss of 1. So it'll make it 3rd and 2 now for the Spires. 12 minutes to play in the half. 3 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Gudka will hand it off. And Niquette trying to get to the first down. He'll get up to the 35. But the Braves were able to knock him down. He's going to be... He may be short. It looks like he is. So it'll be 4th down coming up. So the Spires look like they will go for it here. And now Braves with an opportunity to try to get off the field. Spires 0 for 1 so far today. Bad snap, and there will be flags. And we'll see who was drawn off. The Braves are moving back like they were the ones who were the ones. It'll be offsides against Ottawa. And so that will give a first down on the penalty. And it'll now be 1st and 10 from the 30 of Ottawa University. Spires in front, 10-0, a 34-yard field goal and a 13-yard run as Gudka in shotgun. Niquette will take the handoff, goes up the middle, and he'll push near the 25 for a gain of 5. This Braves defense, this team right now, Ottawa right now, is not looking anywhere. You couldn't even say sharp. Being dull might even be a positive at this point in time, as it'll be Niquette in the backfield to the right of Gudka. Twin receivers both sides of the field. They'll hand it off to Niquette. Niquette will be brought down as he gets back. He'll lose a yard actually. Oscar Palacios on the tackle for Ottawa. So a loss of 1. Back to the 26. It'll be 3rd and 6. Niquette again now in the backfield. He'll be to the left of Gudka. They'll spread it out. 2 receivers both sides of the field. Gudka finds a man wide open. Hill near side at about the 16. He'll have a first down as the Braves left Hill wide open on the near side of the field. That'll be a gain of 10. 7th play of this drive coming up. This drive started at the Braves 44. And 3 minutes now have been taken off the clock with 10:01 left to play here in the half. Single receiver to the near side for the Spires. 2 receivers to the far side. Gudka, shotgun. They'll hand it off to Niquette. The Braves are there to shut it down. And there for Ottawa University was Weston Davis. Palacios with the tackle, no gain. And it'll bring it up 2nd down and 10. So a single receiver here to the near side for the Spires. is Michael Brown. 2 receivers to the far side, Niket to the left, Gutka. Gutka will hand it off, and Niket will be met by Colby Johnson. That will be a nice loss as Johnson shot through and read that play all the way. A good job there by the defense. And so that will be a loss of 3 back to the 19. So a big third down here, 3rd and 13 for the Spires. The Braves defense needing to play some good passing defense here. 2 receivers near side, 2 to the far side. Gutka wants to throw, looks, pump fakes. He's in trouble, and he's going to be sacked for a loss back near the 19 as the Braves defense go through. Jacob Garcia, one of the white shirts back there for the good guys. And it also looks like Oscar Palacios. So a loss back to the 24, a loss of 5. Spires will take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 8:26 to play first half. Spires in front of Ottawa, 10-0. You're listening to Braves football on 1220 and 103.7 FM, KOFO and KOFO.com.
Now that you're out and about again, there's a better chance you may need us sooner than later. At CarStar Ottawa, our lobby is open and we're ready to take care of your vehicle with convenient and trustworthy repairs. Call 242-8916. CarStar. Stay safe and relax. We'll take it from here.
This is Chase Dingle of Dingle & Son Mortuary. I learned very young being in the funeral business wasn't just a job, it was a way of life. Never dull, sometimes stressful, but always fulfilling. I wanted to be a part of that and carry on the family tradition.
Dingle & Son Mortuary, 785-242-2323.
It'll be 4th and 16 for the Spires. As the Spires took a timeout, they are going to go for it here. And they have brought into the game at running back, Colin Taylor to the right side of Gutka. Hill here to the near side. 2 receivers to the far side. Gutka wants Hill. It'll be incomplete as the wind knocked it down. It was well short of the intended receiver, and a turnover on downs. So now we'll see what the Braves can do with the wind behind their back. So the Braves will have it at their own 24. Their own 23. 8:17 to play in the half. Braves offense right now, just 37 yards of offense, 19 rushing, 12 passing. The only penalty on the day has been on Ottawa University. And it looks like Davis will be back at quarterback. They'll hand it off to Curtis, some misdirection. Curtis finds some room. He's across the 40, the 45, the 50, and he gone. Curtis at the 15, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Ottawa. That was a 77-yard run. Derek Curtis. And the Braves right back into it. Curtis, an absolute dangerous player. And just like that, with 8:05, he just ran 77 yards in 12 seconds. So on for the extra point for Ottawa University is Palacios. And the kick is good. So 10-7 Spires in front of Ottawa. We will take a 30-second break. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO and KOFO.com.
It's coming. Ottawa University's annual Spooktacular Bash drive-through edition. Here's the ghoulish details. Tonight, 6 until 8 p.m. or until all treats are gone. Trick-or-treaters line up like little pumpkins along 11th Street to enter the whole center for Athlete's back parking lot. Now stay in your cars or the goblins may get you. There's only one way in and one way out. Ottawa University annual Spooktacular Bash drive-through edition. Insanely fun for those who dare.
And just like that, the Braves' offensive fortunes have turned into a positive. Derek Curtis, 77 yards on the run for Ottawa, and the Braves are now within 3 with 8:05 to play in the first half. Curtis, that's his longest run of the season. Before that, his longest run was 67 yards. He averages 6.4 yards a carry, and so far on the year, before this game, he was coming in. He had gained 413 yards in 3 ball games. So this cat, when you give him the ball, is dangerous. And now the Braves will kick it away. Palacios will need someone to hold the ball because of the wind coming out of the south. Beautiful day for football, but if you have a hairpiece, it's not going to be beautiful for you with the way the wind is blowing. And the kick is away, and it will go into the end zone for a touchback. Braves have outscored their opponents in the second quarter 48-21. They've been outscored in the first quarter, or excuse me, they've been outscored in the second quarter. They've outscored their opponents 35-21 in the first quarter. So the script kind of flipping right now. And now the Spires will have it 1st and 10 at their own 25. Guka has come in at quarterback and has done very well for the Spires so far this afternoon, as he has led this team out in front 10-7, excuse me. Guka will hand it off. Naquette will take it, and he will bust through the line for about 3 yards up to the 28 of the Spires. Naquette hit that hole hard, but the Braves were able to close in and swallow him up, and it'll make it 2nd down and 7 for St. Mary. Spires will split out 2 receivers to the near side, a single receiver to the far side. Guka with the back to the left of him. He takes the snap, rolls out to the near side, needs some help. He's going to throw it. He was intending for Hill here on the near side, but he's just going to throw it away. He faced some pressure from that Braves defense. As the Braves brought a little bit of pressure, Colby Johnson part of that, and now it'll be 3rd down and 7 from the 28 of the Spires. So here's hoping that this Braves defense has woke up just a little bit, as we'll see the Spires with 2 receivers to the near side. One of those is Hill, a single receiver to the far side, and if I'm reading that correctly, that is Michael Brown, the junior from Cedar Hill, Texas. Guka with the back to the right of him, that looks to be Taylor. Guka wants to throw, and they're going to pitch it, a little shovel pass to Naquette, trying to do it underneath as the Braves brought some pressure. He'll move up to the 30-yard line, just a gain of 2. And this will be the first punt of the day, it looks like, that the Braves will force. So Nick Holmes, the 5'11 senior from Lansing, Kansas, will come out to punt. Ball at the 30 of the Spires. Braves with a late man coming on, and now a late second man coming on. Foose will be back for Ottawa. We'll see if the wind catches this ball. 6:42 to play here in the half. Rugby style kick. Holmes will get it away, and the Braves will call for a fair catch by Foose at their own 45. So the Braves now have an opportunity to either tie or take the lead, depending upon what happens with this possession, as they'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 40. Colton Davis looks like he will be at quarterback again. 1 back behind him, 2 receivers far side, a single receiver near side. Man in motion far to the near side. They're going to hand it off, and that's going to be taken as he bounces up into the line and then bounces back out, stutter stops, gets in between the tackle and guard on the far side. And now is Dalen Johnson on the carry to the 48 of Ottawa. Gain of 3. Johnson has had some decent runs here this afternoon, as Davis will now move the tight end from far to the near side. 2nd down, 7 from the 47 of Ottawa. Johnson will take the handoff, tries to follow a block. He'll get up with a couple of yards to midfield, a gain of 2, and it'll make it 3rd and 5. Braves on the afternoon on 3rd downs are 0 of 4. They have not been able to convert so far this afternoon. This would be a good time to break that streak. The ball at midfield on the St. Mary logo between the hashes. Single receiver far side, 2 to the near side, shotgun. Davis wants to throw and had Foose, who was open, hit him right in his hands, and he drops it. Foose had it at the 42 of the Spires, and he drops it. It'll bring up 4th down. And so Palacios will come on to kick it away. 5:19 to go in this first half. Spires in front 10-7. Palacio gets the snap. Kick is away. Nice kick. And it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. So the Spires will have the football at their own 20 with 5:11 to play in this first half. You're scoring like this so far this afternoon. A 34-yard field goal by Chris Feltz at the 5:12 mark of the first period made it 3-0. And then Cole Niquette with 14:38 to play in the half scored a 13-yard touchdown run. The Braves finally get on the board with 8:05 to play in the first half on a 77-yard touchdown run by Derek Curtis. Gudka will have Niquette to his right. 2 receivers near side, a single receiver far side. Handoff, Niquette will get a yard as he is met and brought down very quickly by the Braves. Deion Williams in on that tackle. Just a gain of 1 to the 21. So Hill will split out to the near side for the Spires. We'll see 2 receivers to the far side. That could be Ross Tisdale. We're trying to figure out numbers. It could be Joe Reyes also, as with the video stream, the quality is a little pixelated at times. So Gudka will look to throw. He's in trouble. Again, the pitch. Little shovel pass by Niquette. Uses the official as a block. Braves player goes down. Niquette will have enough for the first down up to the 33. So a gain of 12. And that will be enough to move the chains. Weston Davis looks like he may be the injured Brave here, and that is not good for an already thin linebacking core for Ottawa University. Davis is able to get off on his own power and will get off the field here. Spires are averaging just 2.9 yards a play so far this afternoon, but they have been able to get first downs when needed. 9 first down for the Spires, 3 for Ottawa here so far. So Gudka will bark out the signals in the play. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side, pistol look. Niquette will take the handoff, bounces it outside, gets away from 1 tackle, but will not get away from the second one. And actually that is going to be on the carry for St. Mary, Colin Taylor. So he'll make it up to the 36, a gain of 3. And it'll be 2nd down and 7 for St. Mary. 3:49 to play in the half. Spires won the toss. They deferred to the second half. As Gudka lets his line know what's going on. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Handoff again. Niquette finds some space, and he'll pick up some yardage to the 39, a gain of 3. And that'll make it 3rd down and 4 And a timeout called for by Ottawa with 3:23 to play in the half. We'll take a 30-second break. Spires in front of the Braves, 10-7. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO and KOFO.com.
Find barbecue favorites and new twists on your old favorites at Smoked Creations in Ottawa. Locally owned and operated and a proud supporter of Ottawa University Braves football. Smoked Creations, 222 East Logan in Ottawa.
This is Eric Price, Funeral Director at Lamb Roberts Funeral Home in Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook. Our staff knows the importance of working as a team to take care of you in your time of need. We want to show the youth in our communities that we support their teamwork as well by sponsoring this broadcast. I invite you to visit lamb-roberts.com.
10-7 here in Leavenworth. Well, they're in Leavenworth. I'm here in the KOFO studios. Good afternoon. Bob Johnson with you. 30:23 to play in the first half. Spires in front of the Braves, 10-7. And now 3rd and 5 for the Spires at the 39 of St. Mary. Gudka will have two receivers both sides of the field. One back to his left. Gudka takes the snap, slings it quickly. It'll be caught by Hill, and I think he has enough for the first down, and he does at the 45. That'll be a gain of 6. And the Spires doing a fantastic job here of trying to keep this Braves offense off the field. Braves want one more crack before the half. And so the Spires, with under 3 minutes to go, letting the clock tick away as we're at 13 on the play clock as they get the play. Hill near side, 3 receivers far side. 6 on the play clock. Pistol look, 1 back behind Gudka. 2 on the play clock. Gudka, low snap, handoff. That's going to be the running back, Taylor. He'll get into Braves territory. No, he'll be stopped right at the 50 with a gain of 5. Spires have had a couple of long drives already here this afternoon. This defense has put a lot of work in so far. Other than the 77-yard run by Derek Curtis, this Braves offense has struggled. But it's just 10-7 as we inch closer to the half with 2 minutes to play. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. It'll be 2nd and 5. And Gudka will hand it off to Taylor. He will gain, well, not really. He's just going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. And now it'll bring up 3rd and 5 from midfield. 8th play of this drive, which started at the Spire 20 with 5:11 to go in the half. And they're going to at least take off 4 minutes before the possibility of the Braves touching this ball again. Gudka in a passing mode, 3rd and 5 from the 50. 2 receivers both sides of the field. Gudka with 10 on the play clock will have Taylor to his left. Now 5 on the play clock. 4, 3, 2, takes the snap. He wants to throw, has a man, it'll be caught. No, it'll be dropped, incomplete. The intended receiver was Hill, and it'll bring up 4th down. So with 1:08 left to go in the half, the Braves will have an opportunity to have the ball one more time. Spires with the 3-point lead, and they will get the ball back to start the second half. Stay with us during halftime. We're going to talk with head coach of Ottawa University Braves basketball, Aaron Siebenthal. We'll also find out what Donald Anderson has been up to since his playing days, and we'll get you updates on scores. High snap, kick is away. And we'll see where it ends up at. Camera work not really following the football. And the Braves will get it at their own 25. So 60 seconds to play in the half. They'll have the ball at their own 25. Just 1 penalty so far this afternoon, but the Braves have 3 turnovers on the day, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Their offense will come back out. trying to see who is out there, but again, we can't see the quarterback position from the camera stream. I can tell you there are 2 wide receivers out to the far side. That's going to be Santerling, nobody in the backfield, 3 receivers near side. Santerling with time rolls out. He's going to get rid of it. Far side of the field. It'll be incomplete with 52 seconds left on the clock. Santerling had some time, but the Spires did a good job of covering downfield. Rolled out to the far side, just couldn't find an open man, so threw it out of bounds near a receiver. So the Braves again will go empty backfield. 3 receivers near side, 2 to the far side. 14 on the play clock. 2nd and 10. From the 25 of Ottawa, Santerling looks, throws, wants Foose over the middle. It'll be over his head and incomplete. So 3rd and 10 now coming up for the Braves. It'll be 3rd and 10. Braves 0 of 5. I'm not sure that that is correct. I do believe that they have converted on 3rd down at least once so far this afternoon, but we will we'll have to get official stats for sure. So again, they will go 3 receivers near side. Now 1 to the far side, 1 back into the backfield. Santerling will throw a little outlet shot, running from far to the near side of the field. That's going to be Johnson on the catch, and he will get maybe a yard to the 26. And St. Mary will call a timeout. So 33 seconds left to play here in this first half. Let's get you caught up real quick in the other KCAC action. McPherson is in front of Kansas Wesleyan, 21-14. That's 6:02 left to go in the half. Tabor and Avila are at the half, and Avila is in front 17-0. K-State right now finds themselves down 34-10, and I know this is going to come as a shock, but KU is down to Iowa State 35-14. So that's an update on some scores for you as we get ready to get back to action, as Corrales will kick it away for the Braves. 4th and 9, and a disappointing offensive possession here for Ottawa. So kick is away, and a good kick by Corrales as it rolls inside the 10 and down now to the 5. A fantastic kick by Corrales. So the Spires will have it at their own 5 with 19 seconds left to play here in the half. So we'll see what the Spires decide to do here. They may just look to take a knee and get to the half. Ottawa 0 of 6 on 3rd down so far this afternoon is what the official stats are showing. So we will go with that. Spires 10 first downs, just 3 for Ottawa in this first half. And that is going to do it as the Spires decide to take a knee. And that will end the first half. So as the Spires in front, 10-7 over Ottawa. We'll take a 60-second break, and when we come back, it'll be time for halftime. You're listening to us on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO and KOFO.com.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
If you knew that making one call could help you get the Medicare coverage you need, wouldn't you do it? I did. In one call to United Healthcare, I learned I could combine my Medicare coverage into a single plan for little or no extra money. With the AARP Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare, I get more coverage than original Medicare, like prescription drugs, dental and vision coverage, and 24/7 virtual doctor visits, all for a $0 copay. Plus, it's the only plan with the AARP name. So make that one call to United Healthcare at 1-800-ADVANTAGE. That's 1-800-ADVANTAGE.
Medicare annual enrollment ends December 7th. Call United Healthcare now at 1-800-ADVANTAGE. Paid actor per trail, benefits and availability may vary by plan and location. $0 cost share for in-network preventive dental care. Specified services only. Additional vision charges may apply for out-of-network items and services. United Healthcare Insurance Company pays royalty fees to AARP for the use of its intellectual property. AARP and its affiliates are not insurers. AARP does not employ or endorse agents, producers, or brokers.
Back here on Ottawa University Braves pregame here on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO and KOFO.com. And it's time now to bring in, we try to bring in a coach every week to talk about their program and give a little bit of love to the other programs around Ottawa University. And now it's time to talk Ottawa University Braves basketball with Aaron Siebenthal, head coach of the men's team. And Coach, thank you for taking time out to join us.
Man, my pleasure, Bob. Thanks for having me.
First of all, congratulations out of the gate. 2 straight wins, an impressive 106-80 win over Barkley, and then 73-64 over Baker. People have been coming, and it's been loud, it's been raucous. It's been a fantastic atmosphere at Wilson Fieldhouse so far this season.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't say enough about our home crowds and the support we've had from our student section. You know, obviously with COVID, we've got a limited capacity and who can be at our games, and so for us to have the two crowds we've had and the atmosphere we've had these first 2 games, it's been awesome, and we're very, very fortunate to be where we're at and play in the gym we do, and it's just been a lot of fun. So we're excited to let our guys play in that atmosphere and be 2-0.
You lost a few players after last season's conference championship run. You've got a lot of returners. Jaquan Daniels, one of those returning this year. Let's kind of walk everybody through some players to keep an eye on here for this season for Ottawa University.
Sure. You know, Jaquan's the easy one to look at. He was a second-team all-conference and all-defensive team last year, and he's definitely our go-to guy this year. So excited to have Jaquan back. He started and played every game last year. Along with him, we've got a couple 4-year guys in Jackson Mallory at the point guard spot and Mason McDowell at our 5 spot. So glad to have those guys back. And then you got Andre Jackson, who plays kind of the 3 and 4 spot for us. Played a lot last year. Was KCAC Offensive Player of the Week at one point last year. And then you got Joe Johnson, who's a heck of a shooter and does a lot for us. And so those are our 5 returners that played quite a bit last year. Then we got a couple of seniors that didn't play a ton but were involved with us, and Dakota Gray and Trevor Ballou. And then our new returners, our new transfers are local boy in Perry Carroll, who played at Allen County and played at Fort Hays last year and transferred in with us. And he's done a great job so far, kind of playing the 1 and the 2. And then Ian Moore, who's a scorer and shooter, who played about 16 minutes last night and did a lot of good things for us. So we got a good handful of freshmen and some other transfers that we're kind of working in. Tristan Turner is a freshman that's played some good minutes for us right now from Fort Osage in Missouri. So we got another good group back, good mix of returners, good mix of transfers, and we're excited about this group. And we're having a good time, and we'll kind of hope it can continue.
And it's good to see that with the returners and the new players, of course, always buying into the system, and a lot to play for. I mean, everyone in the conference, which, by the way, the conference season starts this coming Wednesday against St. Mary as of right now. So you've got a good group. Are they prepared? Are they ready? Do they feel the heat that will be coming their way as defending champions?
Yeah, I think we've talked a lot about, we got a definite bullseye on our back, and that's okay. That comes with wins and being successful. So I think our guys are ready. We're like a lot of teams. We've had some quarantine and some other stuff, so probably don't have as much practice and reps as we'd want, but nobody does at this point. So yeah, we're ready to go, and we're ready for the conference season to start on Wednesday, and it's going to be a wild one and a lot of fun, and there's lots of teams that can win our league, and the KCAC is going to be another tough run. So we're ready for the challenge.
Of course, as being the head coach, you also have recruiting. You're always a part of in that, or always kind of in a sense maybe a face of the program, if not the face of the program. So if people are interested to learn more, or people want to get in touch about possibly playing at Ottawa University, or how do they go about that process?
No, that's a great question. We always we recruit from all over the country, and we even have a couple international guys, some international coaches. So the best way to get a hold of us is we're on Twitter at Braves Hoops is our or our website. So we're very approachable, very very hands-on with our recruits, and so we're happy to hear from anybody that's interested in being a part of our program.
Well, and Ottawa University is a fantastic place to go and play basketball. One of the things that talking with other coaches, there's so many reasons to come to Ottawa. You've got, even though it's a smaller college, there's such a family atmosphere, which is huge. There's opportunities to play that you may not get elsewhere. There's a lot of great reasons for kids to be interested, and for the family of students to want their kids to come here, just because of, like I said, the family atmosphere.
Yeah, for sure. We've got a couple of JV teams. We've got a varsity team. There's a lot of opportunity, but we do all the same stuff, and it's a great opportunity for a lot of kids that are interested in the small college look. So I think there's a lot of great opportunity for kids to come here and really thrive and kind of get to know themselves and what they want to do, and kind of get that great liberal arts education of being well-rounded, and hopefully go on to do great things of significance in their lives.
Coach, I appreciate you taking time out and talking a little bit about the program, and kind of giving everybody a primer for this season coming up. It's going to be a big one, and we wish you continued success, and let's repeat as conference champs.
Hey, thanks a lot, Bob. I appreciate you having me, and go Braves, and we'll hopefully see everybody in Kansas City here this winter.
All right, thanks, Coach. We will take a break. We'll have more of Ottawa University Braves halftime and our Where Are They Now segment, as we will talk with Donald Anderson and see what he's been up to since his playing days. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves halftime on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO and KOFO.com.
If you owe back taxes, there's a lot you need to know, starting with rule number 1. Don't mess with the IRS. They are cracking down this year by sending out heart-stopping letters, actively garnishing paychecks, levying bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. That's all true. But it's also true there's a way out. It's called the Fresh Start Initiative, an important government program for tax debt assistance. It's one of the biggest breaks the IRS has ever offered, so now's the time. You could qualify for tax relief that saves you thousands, even tens of thousands. Nobody knows this program like the award-winning experts at Optima Tax Relief. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and will fight to get you the best deal possible. Don't mess with the IRS. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
This week's Where Are They Now is featuring one of the best defensive backs in Ottawa University Brave history as we bring on Donald Anderson. Donald, thank you so much for taking time out to let us catch up with you and find out what's going on now.
Hey, yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me. It's been a while since I've been on your radio show, as a player, so it's been, kind of good to be back. I'm going to chat with you.
It's always good to have you on, and as you always know, for you and for Clarence, it's an open door policy at any point in time.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I'm going to have to take you up on that then.
So, for everyone who is listening, kind of talk about what you're up to now after your playing days.
Yeah, once I got done playing at OU, I actually came back to OU and was a graduate assistant and coached on the football team at OU for 3 years, and then I transitioned to a role in student affairs. I'm currently the assistant dean for student engagement here at OU. So kind of stayed around. I love Ottawa so much, I wanted to stick around, and so I've worked in a number of different roles on campus, and so I'm fortunate enough to still be on campus, be around Coach Kessinger and the guys, and get to see race football up close. So it's been great to be able to stay around and see those guys kind of grow and progress and see the team improve.
And also, for people who may not be aware too, you also are working to help out to provide more opportunities for minorities and such too, and also be. I don't know if activist would be a right word for you, that Donald, but you also have taken to heart some of those things.
Yeah, I would say more of a champion and kind of have a passion for social justice and equity, and so I've worked in Office of Diversity and kind of created that office at OU, and I'm now kind of working with football as I've kind of transitioned into like more of a mentor role, especially for our students of color on campus, and particularly some of our students of color on the football team, and so I've kind of transitioned more to helping the team off the field, and so that's with student development, that's helping guys with career development, and so we still do the starting school for our first year football players, and then the finishing school for the seniors before they graduate. So I'm still wanting to be around the game, but kind of more life coaching and finding ways to establish the guys a life outside of their sport. But it's definitely important, especially with the recent happenings this summer and the kind of attention brought to social justice. I think it's important that we give our students and our athletes a platform and help them be involved with being a part of the change and the needed change that we see in the community. So it's been good to be a part of that work as well.
I can't think of a better individual to be a part of that, to be a champion for that, and I think that is absolutely awesome that you're able to do that.
Yeah, like I said, it's been frustrating at times, but it's rewarding when you can empower a student to use their voice and give them platforms for them to have a voice. I think that's what we've seen a lot this summer, the power of the voice of athletes and how they can impact a number of social change initiatives. I want to give our students, even though at a smaller, maybe a smaller level, but still give them that opportunity to do that.
Donald, what is your most favorite memory as a football player at Ottawa University?
This is probably an obvious one. The Tabor play. We were down to Tabor my senior year. I think it was about a minute and 20 left in the game, and all they had to do was kneel it to win the game. They're on their 3-yard line, so they decided to try and punch it in and run up the score a little bit. And so they actually fumbled, scooped it up, and ran 100+ yards to win that game. So I would say that's probably the easiest one. Second would be probably my last home game at back then it was People's Bank Field. When I had 4 receptions in one game. I would say those two are probably some of my more favorite moments as a player.
And as a student, outside of the gridiron, what would be one of your favorite moments, or maybe just in general something that you enjoyed about Ottawa University?
Yeah, as a student, the family and the people I met at OU really made the time meaningful and made me want to stay around and hopefully give that same opportunity to someone coming after me and kind of pay it forward. But definitely, the teammates, the other classmates, the professors, the staff that we interact with. I think 2 or 3 of my groomsmen for my wedding were guys that I met at OU. And so it's definitely the family that you develop through athletics, but also specifically at OU is what continues to make my time there meaningful. And while I'm still there, like I said, to try and pay it forward.
Well, I can't think of a better mentor, a better role model than you, Donald, because you've been able to take classes there, you were able to play sports there, and then find success afterwards. And it's a great way to mentor the young men and even to role model for some of the young women there on campus.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely, I'm definitely working with both the men and women on campus to try and empower them to find kind of their passion in life and kind of what their lane is and how they're going to progress and grow and be a good alumni to OU and kind of prepare for their life of significance. And so yeah, that's really my passion, is helping students, helping others, helping them develop and get where they want to be. So I hope the students I interact with in their 4 years here, I'm able to do that. So the best day really is graduation, seeing them walk across the stage, accomplish that goal, and move on to the next step.
Donald, I appreciate you taking out some time to catch everybody up with what's going on with you after your playing days, and just continued success. And I look forward to getting to talk to you again.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Best luck to the Braves football this season. Got to bounce back this week against St. Mary's, so I'll be at the game for that. Yeah, thank you.
That is Donald Anderson and our Where Are They Now segment. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have more of Braves Halftime. You're listening to us on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO and KOFO.com.
Text us to receive up to 5 marketing texts sent via automated technology to your number. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply. Membership automatically renews. Cancel anytime.
Hi, you ever heard of Beachbody On Demand? Hold on a second. Here is your free membership. I'm Carl Deichler, the CEO of Beachbody, and I just sent a free membership to another customer. And I'm giving away 10,000 free memberships a week to anyone who texts me right now to try our new Beachbody On Demand fitness and nutrition app. Just text the word JOIN to 303030 to get instant access to all $8,000 of our best-selling fitness programs like 21 Day Fix, Insanity, P90X, T25, and PIO. These programs really work, and this is your one chance to try them for free. Just text the word JOIN to 303030. That's JOIN to 303030 right now, and I'll send you your own free membership.
If you knew that making one call could help you get the Medicare coverage you need, wouldn't you do it? I did. In one call to United Healthcare, I learned I could combine my Medicare coverage into a single plan for little or no extra money. With the AARP Medicare Advantage plan from United Healthcare, I get more coverage than original Medicare, like prescription drugs, dental and vision coverage, and 24/7 virtual doctor visits, all for a $0 copay. Plus, it's the only plan with the AARP name. So make that one call to United Healthcare at 1-800-ADVANTAGE. That's 1-800-ADVANTAGE. Advantage.
Medicare annual enrollment ends December 7th. Call United Healthcare now at 1-800-ADVANTAGE. Paid actor portrayal benefits and availability may vary by plan and location. $0 cost share for in-network preventive dental care. Specified services only. Additional vision charges may apply for out-of-network items and services. United Healthcare Insurance Company pays royalty fees to AARP for the use of its intellectual property. AARP and its affiliates are not insurers. AARP does not employ or endorse agents, producers, or brokers.
Back here as we get ready for the third quarter. Spires in front of Ottawa 10-7. Not a good first half if you're a Braves fan. Braves 0 of 6 on third down this afternoon. The Spires 5 of 12. Spires with 10 first downs, just 3 for Ottawa. Unofficially 45 plays for St. Mary, just 24 for Ottawa. And Spires are 2 for 3 in the red zone this afternoon. Braves have not even touched the red zone this afternoon. And the Braves with 3 turnovers, 2 interceptions, and 1 fumble in the first half. But the Braves did have 3 sacks by the defense. But also another trouble is the offense. Braves with 4 3-and-outs in that first half. And that offense has got to find a way to get things rolling here. Just not getting it done. When you take a look at the stats here, for Ottawa, we got only about, let's see here, just 115 yards of offense. The Braves will kick it away left to right, as it'll be Corrales who will send it down. It'll be taken up near the 20 and up across the 30, the 35, and forced out of bounds at the 38. Goes the returner. And so the Spires will have good field position to open up their first drive here in the second half. 14:51 to play, third quarter. It'll be spotted at the Spires 38 as they'll have it 1st and 10. Good cut. Staying out at quarterback, will have a back to his left and to his right. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Now man in motion as a back in motion from far to the near side. And the ball comes loose. Oh, but they're going to say that Taylor, the running back, was down before it came out. It would have been recovered by the Spires. No gain on first down. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Got to imagine that the talk in the halftime locker room for the Braves probably was not a pretty one. Although the defense has only given up 128 yards of offense, they have done okay. They still are struggling on third down. The offense has just been putrid other than the one run by Derek Curtis. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 38. Niquette will take the handoff. He will find some room, and he will be forced out of bounds at the the 44 of St. Mary, a gain of 6. And it'll make it 3rd and 4 for the Spires with 14 minutes and 5 seconds to play third quarter. So 3rd and 4 from the 44. Good cut looking for the play from the sideline. 10 on the play clock. 3 receivers near side. 1 to the far side. Back to the right. Gudka wants to throw. Fires at far side. And it'll be incomplete. Brown was the intended receiver on the far side of the field. And so the Spires will punt as they'll go 3 and out on their first drive here in the second half. Spires have the wind at their back as they were moving from south to north here in the fourth quarter. Braves will have the wind at their back in the fourth quarter, but so far that isn't going to matter because the quarterback play just has not been there this afternoon for Ottawa. We've seen all 3 backs back there. Shire, who has 2 interceptions, Santerling, and then also Davis. Punter with a bad snap. He's able to corral it. And he is able to get it away as the Braves almost blocked it after the bad snap. Fair catch called for by Foose at the Braves 15. So it'll be 1st and 10 Ottawa with 13:45 to play in the third quarter. As we mentioned, we have seen all three quarterbacks so far this afternoon for Ottawa. Looks like Eugene Santerling will be back out to start this drive. I would love to tell you the formation. Oh, there we go with the camera as we're having to do this from the KOFO studios. No, I take that back. Looks like it's going to be Davis. He will keep it himself. He finds some room. He's up past the 20, the 25, the 30, the 35, the 40, and he will be forced out of bounds at the 46 of Ottawa as Davis just kept that. That was the designed run by him, and he gets up near midfield to the Braves' 46-yard line. 31-yard run. So Davis, pistol look with a back behind him, two receivers near side, one to the far side. They'll hand it off. No, Davis will keep it himself. He comes around the near side. He's at the 50, the 45, and will be forced out of bounds at the 40, and another first down on two straight runs by Davis. That'll be a gain of 14, so a gain of 31 and a gain of 14 by Ottawa on their first two plays of the second half. So the Braves will split out three to the far side, 1st and 10 from the 40 of the Spires. Hand off Curtis. Curtis makes a man miss. He ducked. He's into open territory. The 25, the 10, and touchdown, Derek Curtis. 40-yard run. So a 40-yard run, 3 plays on this drive, and the Braves have their first lead of the afternoon. Curtis saw the tackler coming. He ducked his head, went underneath the arms of the tackler, and then found glory into the end zone as Corrales is on for the extra point. Snap is good, placement, and the kick is good. 14-10, Braves in front. We'll take a 30-second break, 12:40 to play third quarter. Braves 14, Spires 10. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO and KOFO.com.
Being helpful is what Arvest Bank is all about, and part of being helpful is listening to our customers, which is why Arvest Go, our mobile app, was recently certified by J.D. Power for providing an outstanding mobile banking experience. You can easily pay friends, securely lock and unlock your cards, deposit checks, pay bills, and more. So download Arvest Go today. Arvest Bank, ready to help. Member FDIC. For J.D. Power 2020 certification info, visit jdpower.com/awards.
3 plays, 85 yards, and just a minute 5 off the clock. The Braves take the lead on a 40-yard touchdown run by Derek Curtis, and it's 14-10 Ottawa University, and they are now over 200 yards of offense, 186 on the ground here this afternoon. Curtis with 2 big runs, one of 77, one of 40 here this afternoon, both leading to touchdowns. Corrales will kick it away for Ottawa from left to right. It'll be taken at the 20 by the Spires, far side. Brings it across to the near side, across the 25, and now up near the 30. And Daughtry will be brought down right there at the 30. And the Spires will start their next drive with 12:34 to play here, third quarter. They'll actually give him to the 31 of St. Mary. Curtis on the day rushing, 5 rushes, 137 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Gutka drops the ball. He tried to hand it off, and the Braves will swarm him and bring him down for a huge loss at the 25. It'll be a loss of 6. There have been some issues handling the pigskin by the Spires here this afternoon, and you've got to imagine one of those may come back to bite St. Mary. No turnovers for them so far, But you've got to think that the law of averages are going to play out here before this day is done. Goodka will have a tailback behind him, twin receivers set to both sides of the field. Goodka wanted to hand it off, and he does now. That's going to be Taylor. Now he's at midfield, and he's on his horse to the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10. Touchdown Spires! They're going to say it's Cole Niquette, but that may have been Taylor. Nope, that is Niquette. So 75-yard run by Niquette. And this Braves defense breaks down just as soon as the offense puts them into the lead. 75 yards. Extra point coming up. And Phelps' extra point is good. 11:41 to play, third quarter. And within 60 seconds, we've had 2 touchdowns. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO and KOFO.com.
It's coming. Ottawa University's annual Spooktacular Bash drive-through edition. Here's the ghoulish details. Tonight, 6 until 8 p.m. or until all treats are gone. Trick-or-treaters line up like little pumpkins along 11th Street to enter the whole center for Athlete's back parking lot. Now stay in your cars or the goblins may get you. There's only one way in and one way out. Ottawa University annual Spooktacular Bash drive-through edition. Insanely fun for those who dare.
2 plays on that drive and just about 54 seconds on that drive. The Spires score on a 75-yard run by Cole Niquette and retake the lead 17-14 over Ottawa University. And I think the defense would love to have that one back as Phelps will kick it away. It'll be taken at the goal line by Ottawa, brought up the near sideline. At the 20, the 25, there is a flag, and that'll be our second flag of the afternoon. That may be a block in the back against Ottawa. Flag came in from the line judge here on the near side at the 21. And we have our first official zebra convention of the afternoon. We have 4 together, and you know, when there are 2 or more gathered, we have a zebra convention. Officials still discussing this. Spires with 50 total plays so far this afternoon. The Braves with just 27. Now each team over 200 yards. Penalty is against the Braves. Looks like a block in the back. So that will put the ball back to the 11-yard line with 11:33 to play, third quarter. Braves offense will come back out. McPherson and Kansas Wesleyan at the half. Bulldogs in front, 21-14. Avila in front of Tabor, 24-0 in the third quarter. And now Davis will be in shotgun. Man in motion, far to the near side. They'll hand it off. That's going to be Curtis. Curtis makes another man miss. He's across the 20, the 25. He'll be tripped up at the 30 with just 2 guys left to beat. Curtis is speedy. He is lightning fast, as he'll get up to the 32 after a gain of 21 on first down. First and 10 Braves. Davis will hand it off to Curtis, and this time the Spires will force him back for a loss. That's going to be a loss of maybe 5. Elijah Hawkins made contact and forced Curtis back. That's going to be a loss to the 27, so a loss of 5. and it'll make it 2nd and 15. Foose will split out to the near side along with two other receivers. Davis, shotgun. He'll hand it to Curtis. Curtis looking, probing, trying to find a hole, and he will get back up to the 29 for a gain of 2. 3rd down and 12 now coming up for the Braves. So a passing down here, and we will see what the Braves dial up. 10 minutes to play, 3rd quarter. Spires in front of Ottawa, 17-14. Stacked set of receivers to the near side. Single receiver, no, 2 to the far side. Davis in shotgun. Davis, the lefty, looks, throws, fires, floats one high, wants Foose, and that will be incomplete, but there is some flags flying. We'll see who the contact is on. That could be pass interference on the Spires, as that ball was rainbowed in the air by Davis. 2 Spires bracketed Foose and made contact. And it will be on the Spires. So that'll put the ball at the 44 after the 15-yarder. So 1st and 10 for the Braves from their 44. Ball at the far hash. Single receiver near side. 3 to the far side. Man in motion. Far to the near side. Handoff. Curtis. And he will be stopped for a loss back at the 41. That'll be a loss of 3. So that's the 2nd negative play on this drive for Ottawa. And it'll make it 2nd down and 13. Single receiver here to the near side for the Braves, 2 to the far side. Davis, man in motion, far to the near side, fakes the handoff, wants to throw, wants the bubble screen, and it'll be defended perfectly by St. Mary. It'll be another loss as that was thrown into a crowd. Patterson on the tackle for St. Mary. That'll be a loss back to the 39, a loss of 2. And now 3rd and 15. You have to wonder if Davis maybe should have thought about taking off with that one instead of throwing it, as there were several blue shirts around the intended receiver on the far side of the field. So 3rd and 15 from the 39 of Ottawa. Davis shotgun, twin receivers set to both sides of the field. Davis wants to keep it and does. He gets back to the original line of scrimmage and will be crunched at the 47 of Ottawa University. Gain of 8, but the Braves will have to punt, as it would be 4th and 7 for Ottawa University. 7:49 to play, 3rd quarter. Spires in front, 17-14. Corrales will kick it away for Ottawa University. He is standing at the Braves 33. 1 back for the Spires. Kick is away. Wynn will hold it up. And it will be dropping at the 40 of the Spires. We'll see where it is officially marked. So the Braves not able to do anything on that drive. We'll punt it away. It'll be 1st and 10, St. Mary from their own 40. KU and K-State have both lost their games. We'll get you scores here in just a second. Spires will split out 3 to the near side. A single receiver far side. Goodka shotgun, a back to the left of him. 1st and 10 from the 40 of St. Mary. Spires with possession. Goodka keeps it, and he will be demolished at the 42 of the Spires after a gain of 2. Good job reading that by Ottawa University. Second down and 8 now for St. Mary. Ball between the hashes. 2 receivers to both sides of the field. Shotgun Gutka back to the right of him. And Gutka wants to throw. Looks far side, left field, rolls out, throws. And it will be incomplete as it was short of the intended receiver, Jordan Hill. It'll be third down and 8 coming up from the 42. Spires 5 of 13 now on third down so far this afternoon. Shotgun. Twin sets to both sides of the field for St. Mary. That may be Niket in the backfield to the right of Gutka. We'll have to double check. Gutka looks to throw. He's going to keep it himself. He's got some room. First down yardage in the Braves territory to the 45. The ball's loose. And the Braves may have it. Let's see what the officials will say. Was he down? The line judge is saying it is Braves ball. So the first turnover of the day by the Spires. Not sure if he was down or not. Now the officials are going to talk it over. And it looks like it's going to stay Braves ball. So first and 10 from the Braves 45. 6:40 to play, third quarter. And Colton Davis looks to be back out. He'll have a tailback behind him. That could be G. Man in motion far to the near side. Davis will keep it himself. Stutter steps, bounces it outside. He wants to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but he's going to take a loss of a yard, maybe 2, as that looked to be busted from the beginning. So it is a loss of 3 back to the 42. Spires defense sniffed that out right away. Curtis will come back in for Ottawa. It'll be Foose to the near side. 2 receivers to the far side. Davis in shotgun. We'll hand it off to Curtis. Curtis makes a man miss. Gets back to the line of scrimmage up midfield. And he will be forced out of bounds. St. Mary territory near the 47. Gain of 11. And it'll make it 3rd and 2 coming up for the Braves at the Spire 47. 5.5 to play third quarter. Shotgun, Davis. Curtis to the left. Fakes the handoff. Curtis will keep it himself. First down yardage. Has plenty of room. 35, 30, 25, 15, 10. 5 touchdown Braves! Colton Davis, 47 yards on the keeper, and the Braves back in front. And this Braves running attack looks like that they have figured out something that is working well. They have had long runs this afternoon for all 3 touchdowns as Corrales is on for the extra point. $5:15 to play third quarter. High snap. Place is good. And the kick is good. 5:15 left to play third quarter. The Braves in front, 21-17. And we'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to Braves football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO and KOFO.com.
There's no doubt a cold Kansas winter is headed our way. Is your heater up to the challenge? Call the pros at Adamson Brothers to make sure. 785-242-9273. Adamson Brothers Heating and Cooling, maintaining your comfort for over 30 years.
Medicare Part D coverage can be confusing. We can help. This is Laura from Kramer Pharmacy in downtown Ottawa. Stop in and let us help you find the best option for your needs when it comes to Medicare Part D. Kramer Pharmacy, 134 South Main, open Monday through Saturday and online anytime at kramerrx.com.
Minute 25 off the clock. 3 plays. As this drive started from the Braves 45, it ends in a 47-yard touchdown run by Colton Davis, and the Braves back in front 21-17. Corrales will kick it away. It'll taken at the 18 of the Spires. Daughtry makes a man miss. He'll move up near the 25, up to the 30. We may have a flag, and we'll have to double check that. We'll see if there is one on the field. Daughtry up near the 35. There is a flag. We'll see what it's for. A lot of shirts around the returner for both teams. So it's going to be on the Braves. It'll be a face mask on Ottawa. That will push the ball up to the 48 after a 15-yard penalty. For the Braves, that is their third penalty of the afternoon. Gutka will hand it off, comes out to the near side. Niket will get across midfield and crashes forward to the Braves 45. Gain of 7 on first down. Davis on the tackle for Ottawa. So second and 3 for the Spires from the Braves 45. Ball at the near hash. Gutka with a tailback behind him. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. And that play took forever to absolutely get together. Jacob Garcia busted through that line and put his helmet right into the middle part of the running back's chest. That is a loss back to the 47, a loss of 2. So 3rd and 5 from the 47 of Ottawa. 2 receivers both sides of the field, 1 back to the left of Gutka. Gutka in trouble, rolls out far side of the field. He's going to make a man miss, but he's going to be tackled short of the first down yardage marker at the 45. So gains those 2 yards lost, and it'll make it 3rd down and 3 for the Spires. Spires will send the punting unit on with 3:30 left to play. I'm kind of surprised at this one with the win at their back. I would imagine they would try to keep that and maybe try to go for it here, as they will face the wind offensively in the 4th quarter. Holmes will punt it away. Braves have forced a couple of punts this week as opposed to last week. The ball is going to bounce at the 10, and the Spires are going to stop it at about the 3. And that's where Ottawa will start this drive with 2:58 to play, 3rd quarter. Some good special teams play by St. Mary, as the Braves will have to start deep in their territory at the 3-yard line. Worst field position of the day for the Braves. So we'll see what Ottawa will do here. We have seen Colton Davis play quarterback most of this second half, and he has led the Braves to a couple of touchdowns here in this 3rd quarter. He has scored 1 himself. Braves will split out 2 to the far side of the field. Pistol look. Davis will be in the end zone. He's going to hand it off. Curtis tries to go right up the middle. No gain on the play, maybe a loss of a yard. may have been a RPO there by the Braves. It will be a loss of a yard back to the 2. So now the Braves will have it second down and 11 from their own 2-yard line. Braves in front, 21-17, 2:17 to play third quarter. Davis takes the snap. Curtis will lose another yard as he will get just outside of the end zone. He is lucky on that one. Spires almost ended up with a safety. Busted play as the snap did not come cleanly into Davis's hands. And now it'll be 3rd and 12 for Ottawa. This is not the place where you want to make mistakes. Plus, you're going to be punting into the wind here. So the Spires are going to be guaranteed some good field position with 1:39 left to go. Of course, if they're able to get to the end of the quarter and the Spires have to face the wind, we'll see how that works out. 4 seconds on the play clock, and the Braves may take a timeout, and that's what they're going to do. $1:25 left to go, third quarter. Braves in front, 21-17, and facing a 3rd and 12 when we return. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO and KOFO.com.
Let's get back to business with Local IQ. Get the power of a national expert marketing team combined with deep roots in 260 communities, making them the partner you need to jumpstart your journey to full recovery. Results matter now more than ever, and Local IQ provides uniquely engaged local audiences, industry-leading technology, intelligent creative design, deep digital marketing expertise, and insights from partnering with hundreds of thousands of businesses nationwide. Talk to Stephen Bradley, your local IQ marketing expert today at 785-242-4700, extension 108.
So the Braves will have it 3rd and 12 from their own 1-yard line. They got lucky on the second down play that they were not stopped for a safety. Appreciate everyone joining us here this afternoon on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO and KOFO.com. I'm Bob Johnson, broadcasting from back at the KOFO studios. We were not allowed to go to St. Mary for this one due to COVID reasons by the Spires, where they are not allowing outside media. So Davis will take it, quarterback sneak, to give a little bit of yardage back, and they'll get a yard to the 2. And so the Braves will have to punt. You'll have to be careful here. One, you do not want to step out of bounds. You do not have your normal room that you would have as a punter with the ball being right there at the 2-yard line. So Corrales right there at the back end of the end zone, awaiting the snap. Gets it. Kick is away. It's going to be an okay kick. It'll be taken and fair caught at the Braves' 37-yard line. And that's where the Spires will take over with 59 seconds left to play, third quarter. We will double check here, but I believe that may be the best field position for the Spires this afternoon. And that is going to be close. We'll double check here. Now, the second best is the Spires headed at the Braves 32 in the first quarter. Gutka will fake the handoff, wants to throw, looks for deep, and the pass will be incomplete. They were looking for Hill running a post on the near sideline. Braves defender back there step for step and almost intercepted it. And that'll bring up second down and 10. So St. Mary trying to strike here with the wind at their back before they have to face the wind in the fourth quarter. Second down and 10 from the 37 of Ottawa. Pistol look, 2 receivers to both sides of the field. Handoff goes to Niquette. Niquette jitterbugs his way through the line, and he will be up near the 31. And that's where they will mark him down. A gain of 6 on second down. It'll bring up 3rd and 4 for the Spires with 30 seconds to play, third quarter. Man in motion from far to the near side. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Shotgun for Gudka. 20 seconds on the game clock. There is 14 seconds on the play clock. Niket will be to the right of the quarterback, Gudka. Gudka wants to throw and does. It's going to be intercepted by Ottawa. He's across into St. Mary territory. One man to beat. And at the 15, the 10, and he'll be forced out of bounds deep inside St. Mary territory. So that'll end the third quarter. We'll see who that was on the interception, and we'll try to have that for you when we come back. 3 in the books. 21-17. Hold on, there is a flag back at the 20. It was well after the change of possession, so we'll see who that is on. Second turnover of the day by the Spires. And the officials still talking about it. Personal foul, face mask against the Spires. So that's going to be tacked on at the end of the play and put it half the distance to the goal line when we come back. So that will be the end of the third quarter. And we will take a 60-second break. And when we come back, we'll be ready for the final frame. Braves in front of St. Mary, 21-17. You're listening to us on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO and KOFO.com.
Sports, information, and entertainment in East Central Kansas. KOFO K279CS Ottawa, where keeping you informed comes first.
If you owe back taxes, there's a lot you need to know, starting with rule number 1. Don't mess with the IRS. They are cracking down this year by sending out heart-stopping letters, actively garnishing paychecks, levying bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. That's all true, but it's also true there's a way out. It's called the Fresh Start Initiative, an important government program for tax debt assistance. It's one of the biggest breaks the IRS has ever offered, so now's the time. You could qualify for tax relief that saves you thousands, even tens of thousands. Nobody knows this program like the award-winning experts at Optima Tax Relief. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and will fight to get you the best deal possible. Don't mess with the IRS. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269. 800-348-0269.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Dalen Johnson on the interception by Ottawa University, and then after the face mask puts the ball at the 5-yard line of the Spires. So it'll be first and goal from the 5. Foose is split out to the near side. Davis will have Curtis to the right of him. 2 receivers stacked to far side, now man in motion. Davis keeps it himself, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Braves! 5-yard run, Colton Davis. And now a late flag comes in. That may be a celebration penalty. We'll see. Nope, no flag, it looks like. No, it is out there, so never mind. They did not pick it up. So Davis puts 6 on the board. Unsportsmanlike against St. Mary, and that will probably be added on the kickoff. And Coach Lance Henson cannot be happy about that one for St. Mary. So Corrales is on for the extra point to try to make this a 28-17 lead. Snap placement kick is up, and it is good. 28-17, Braves in front with 14:54 to play. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to Braves football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO and KOFO.com.
This is Eric Price, funeral director at Lamb Roberts Funeral Home in Ottawa, Baldwin City, and Overbrook. We're proud to be involved in the communities we serve and support the youth of today because they're our leaders for tomorrow. Lamb Roberts Funeral Home, providing compassionate care when you need it most.
Looking for a great after-school program? Check out the ORC's Entertainment U. Mr. Matt is excited to offer tutoring and activities for kindergartners through 5th graders. Register online or in person, and be sure to check us out on Facebook. Ottawa Recreation Commission, bringing recreation to life.
Back here at KOFO as we have the Ottawa University St. Mary's Spires game. Braves just added a 5-yard touchdown run by Colton Davis to make it 28-17. Braves now in front by 11. Avila is in front of Tabor, 38-0. McPherson in front of Kansas Wesleyan, 27-21, as that one is in the third quarter. So the Braves will kick it off. Corrales from midfield. So now we'll see what the Braves do, if they just decide to kick it through the end zone or maybe squib it and see if they can't force a turnover. We'll see what happens. Well, as awful as that first half was, the Braves have come out here in the second half and have made amends. Just barely over 100 yards of offense at the end of that first half. They are now up to 279. They have 267 on the ground. Impressive running performance by Ottawa. Corrales ready to kick it off from south to north. It'll be a high pooch kick. It will bounce and go into the end zone, and a touchback. So St. Mary will start at their own 25 with 14:54 to play. And now we'll see what this defense can do. Spires are going to be getting into a place where they're going to have to start throwing the ball on a regular basis. Gudka will have Niket at tailback behind him. They'll hand it off to him. He wants to bounce it outside. Braves will stand him up after a gain of 2 to the 27. Several white shirts in there for Ottawa. Colby Johnson, one of those. So second down and 8 for the Spires. Hill will be here to the near side. They'll split out 2 to the far side, including Ross Tisdale. There'll be a third receiver over there now. Gudka directing traffic. 10 on the play clock. It'll be second and 8. Gudka wants to throw. He's going to take off with it, and he's going to be wrapped up. Drags a couple of players with him to the 30. It'll be a gain of 3, and it'll make it 3rd and 5. So Ottawa now trying to get off on 3rd down here. Spires are now just 5 of 16. At the end of the first half, the Spires were 5 of 12. So the Braves have not allowed them to convert on 3rd down here in the second half. So 3rd and 5 from the 30 of St. Mary. Ball at the near hash. 2 receivers both sides of the field. Gudka facing some pressure. Wants a screen pass. It's going to be caught. No, it's going to hit the ground. As it went off a Spire, bounced off the ground, and then picked up by Niket. It'll be incomplete. And the Spires will have to punt. So a good job by the Braves defense as they have held St. Mary to just 5 of 17. Much better stat than what it was at the end of that first half. You have to be happy with what you've seen here so far in this second half. Other than the one big run in that third quarter, the defense has done a great job. kick away from Holmes, the punter, will be a good one. It will bounce inside the 20, roll down to the 10. We do have a flag come in, and so we'll have to wait and see what this is on. So the line judge here on the near side throws a flag. As we wait the official call here. The wonder is if St. Mary if it's on St. Mary, and if you got to wonder if maybe they're getting a little bit frustrated after having the lead twice in this ball game, if this is on St. Mary. We're waiting for the official's call here. Personal foul against the Spires. So that will tack on 15 yards from where the ball was downed. And with 13:10 left to go here, the ball will be placed at the 24 of Ottawa. So it was downed at the 9. Now the Braves will come back out on offense. Curtis will be to the left of Davis, who will be in shotgun. 3 receivers, two to the near side, tight end against the line here on the near side. Single receiver far side. Davis will keep it himself, shakes one man, and he is going to be brought down. Thomas on the tackle. That may be a loss of 2. Looks like it's just going to be a loss of 1 back to the 23. That'll make it 2nd down and 11 for Ottawa with 12:46 left to go. So Hennessy Thomas on the tackle also. 2nd and 11 for the Braves. 2 receivers far side, 1 to the near side. Davis with Curtis to the left. Davis will keep it himself, and that's going to be a loss even further back inside the 20 to about the 19. That'll be a loss of 4, and it'll make it 3rd and 15. Not what you wanted to do on this drive. You wanted to get this drive going forward. It has been backwards so far. We may talk with Coach K when this is after. We'll see if we can get that arranged. So it'll be 3rd and 15 for Ottawa at their own 19. Shotgun for Davis. Davis will just take it himself. Finds a little bit of room, but not a lot, as he will be brought down after a gain of a yard to the 20. So it'll be 3 and out for the Braves. So the Braves will have to punt. Spires will send a couple back. They will be near midfield as Corrales will punt it from the 5. Not an area to make mistakes here. 11 minutes left to go. Braves in front by 11, 28-17. Good snap. Kick is away. It'll be fair caught at the 45. And that's where the Spires will take over at their own 45. 10:47 to play. Trujillo was the man who caught it, and fair caught. So the ball will be placed at the far hash at the 45 of St. Mary with 10:47 left to play. Gudka will have Niket to the left of him. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Niquette will hand it off. Niquette wants to bounce it out here to the near side. The Braves are going to say no, Scott, as it will be forced out of bounds by Colby Johnson for a loss of 2 back to the 43. There is an injured Spire on the ground at the 45. Not sure who that is. We'll see if we can get an idea. It does look like it is an offensive lineman. And we will have an injury timeout here. So let's take a 30-second break. 10:42 left to play. Braves in front, 28-17. 30-second break. You're listening to us on 1220 and 103.7 FM, KOFO, and KOFO.com.
It's coming. Ottawa University's annual Spooktacular Bash drive-through edition. Here's the ghoulish details. Tonight, 6 until 8 p.m. or until all treats are gone. Trick-or-treaters line up like little pumpkins along 11th Street to enter the whole center for Athlete's back parking lot. Now stay in your cars or the goblins may get you. There's only one way in and one way out. Ottawa University annual Spooktacular Bash drive-through edition. Insanely fun for those who dare.
Safe, secure, strong. We're rock solid. Kansas State Bank. A better way to bank with community people you know. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Looks like the injured Spire was the center, Oliver Drew Pate. So we'll want to keep an eye on the exchange here with a backup center. As Gutka in shotgun will throw it. It'll be caught over the middle. Bounces off of one tackle. And we'll get up to the 50 for a gain of 5 by Ross Tisdale. So they're going to say about a gain of 4, actually, to the 49. So it'll be 3rd and 6 from near midfield. Shotgun Gutka. Wants to throw. He's in trouble. Bounces away from a would-be tackler. He'll be sacked by the Braves. Colby Johnson. And it'll be a loss back to the 44. So it'll be a loss of 6. And Holmes is on to punt. So another 3 and out by the Spires offense. That's 2 in a row. The drive before, one of those drives before these last 2 was an interception. Kick is away. Foose is back. The wind will catch it and push it back towards midfield. We'll see where it goes out of bounds. The official on the far sideline is going to mark it near the 42 of Ottawa. So not a good punt there as it was caught in the wind with 9:21 left to play. Braves will start it at their own 42. And we'll see what happens here on this drive. Braves with 274 yards of offense, 262 on the ground. Braves now with 11 first downs, just 12 for the Spires. Spires had 10 in the first half. They've only allowed 2 first downs for the Spires here in the second half of play. Davis, shotgun, sends a man in motion from far to the near side. Curtis gets the handoff. He's at midfield. He's got one man to beat. He's down the far sideline. He's gone! Touchdown, Braves! that would be 58 yards by Derek Curtis. A 58-yard run by Curtis. Another touchdown for him. And the Braves have exploded this one wide open. And now Corrales is on for the extra point. 9:12 left to go. Snap is high, but its placement is good. The kick is through as Corrales swings the right leg. It's good. 35-17. Braves in front. 9:12 to play. And we'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to us on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO and KOFO.com.
Being helpful is what Arvest Bank is all about, and part of being helpful is listening to our customers, which is why Arvest Go, our mobile app, was recently certified by J.D. Power for providing an outstanding mobile banking experience. You can easily pay friends, securely lock and unlock your cards, deposit checks, pay bills, and more. So download Arvest Go today. Arvest Bank, ready to help. Member FDIC. For J.D. Power 2020 certification info, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Curtis, now on the day, 13 rushes, 218 yards, 3 touchdowns, his longest run of 77. That touchdown there was 58. He's averaging 16.8 yards a carry here this afternoon, and the Braves have opened it up 35-17. 320 yards of rushing offense by Ottawa here this afternoon as Corrales will kick it away. It'll go off the hands of the Spires, but it'll go out of the end zone for a touchback. And so the St. Mary will start at their own 25 with 9:07 to go. So the Braves at the half were down 10-7. They have only allowed 1 touchdown for the Spires, and they have added 28 points here in the second half. What an incredible second half here for Ottawa University. Braves outscored St. Mary 14-7 in the third, and right now outscoring the Spires 14-0 here in the fourth quarter. So a handoff, that's going to be the running back, Niquette. He's going to have a nice run on first down as he crosses 30 and up near the 33. Gain of 8. It'll make it second down and 7. Clock rolling, 8:45 to go. St. Mary, though, is going to have to look to start passing down by more than 2 scores. Shotgun. Gudka will hand it off. Niquette will be close to a first down at the 35. We'll see where they mark it as Niquette went right up the middle on 2nd and 2. And it will be enough for the first down. So 1st and 10 from the Spire, 35. Niquette to the right of Gudka, shotgun, 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Handoff, Niquette, he will be brought down right at the line of scrimmage as the Braves will not allow him to get much more than just back to the line of scrimmage. A good job there by the white shirts to just sandwich him and collapse him. And it'll be second down and 10 for the Spires. Ball will be between the hash marks, 7:45 to play. Braves in front 35-17. Gudka surveys the defense. He'll be in shotgun. Tailback is Niquette. 2 receivers, both sides of the field. Niquette will hand it off, or he'll take the handoff. Bounces off of 1 tackle, but he will not get away from the second. And he will pick up 3 yards to the 38. And that'll bring up 3rd and 7. There is an injured Brave on the field. Not able to tell who that is. It is a work on the left knee or ankle, but he's going to get up. He's going to need a little bit of help to get off the field. Oscar Palacios is the player who was injured for Ottawa, and hopefully that he will be okay. He's needing a little help to get off the field, but he is able to get off the field with mainly under his own power. So hopefully he'll be okay. So it'll be 3rd and 7 from the 38 of the Spires. Gutka in shotgun, 2 receivers both sides of the field. He's facing some pressure. He's in trouble. He gets away from one. He's tackled. No, he's going to get rid of it. And is it going to be caught inbounds? And it is. What a job by Gutka to get away from what should have been a sack. And Reyes will catch the pass far sideline for a first down at the 46 for a gain of 8 to keep this drive alive for the Spires. Shotgun again, Gutka with twin receivers. No, 3 near side, 1 to the far side. They'll throw it out, a little bit of a bubble screen. It'll be caught. And up near the 50 go the Spires with Reyes. That's going to be a gain of 4 to the 50. 7th play of this drive coming up, 6:19 to go. Braves in front, 35-17. So again, twin sets of receivers, both sides of the field. Shotgun Gutka, Niket to the right of him. Gutka pump fakes, wants to throw. And Hill is not going to be able to get it. It'll be incomplete. And that will bring up 3rd down. So 3rd and 6 coming up for the Spires. As the Spires now trying to get something going, down by 18. 6 minutes left to play. They have got to hurry as they'll split out 2 receivers, both sides of the field. Gutka shotgun. 3rd and 6. And it'll be incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down. So will the Spires go for it? No, they will punt with 5:57 left to go. And this Braves defense, give them credit. They struggled in that first half, and they have really put on a performance here in the second half this afternoon, only allowing 1 touchdown so far. So credit to Thomas Pearson and his players, and credit to this Braves offense adjusting and going with a run game. I am not sure that they have thrown a pass here in this second half. We'll double check. Punt is away. It'll be Foose who will be in the backfield to return it. It'll roll out of bounds at the 18 of Ottawa. There have not a lot of passes thrown by Ottawa here in the second half. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Braves with 5:50 to go. And this is a time for this run game to grind out this clock with 5:50 left to play. The Braves had 4 3-and-outs in the first half. Here in the second half, I'm only showing 2. So not bad for as far as that goes. Curtis will be the tailback behind Davis. They'll hand it off. Braves try to go up the middle. It will not move very far. Looks like back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on first down. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for Ottawa. Clock is running. 5:20 left to play. Braves in front, 35-17. So the Braves will split out 2 receivers far side, a single receiver near side. Curtis will be to the left of Davis, who is at quarterback. Davis will keep it himself, finds a crease. He'll be close to the 24. And they're going to actually mark him down at the 22 for a gain of 4. So 3rd and 6 coming up for Ottawa as the clock continues to run. Braves looking to pick up their third win of the year. Kansas Wesleyan is now in front of McPherson 34-27. Avila 52-0 over Tabor. In the other KCAC action, Davis with the back to his right, three receivers far side. Curtis gets the handoff, and he's got room, and he'll be tripped up at the 40. First down yardage, he'll dive forward to the 41, and that was a shoestring tackle that saved another long touchdown run. Wow. Curtis absolutely lightning on a gain of 20. And that'll move the chains. This kid is incredible. And it'll be Davis at quarterback, Curtis to the right of him. Two receivers near side, a single to the far side. Now man in motion near to the far side. They'll hand it off. That'll be taken by the receiver in motion. He's got first down yardage on the far sideline as he's into Spire territory to the 47. And on the carry there for Ottawa was Davion Randall. That is a gain of 11. And it'll make it 1st and 10 with 3:25 to go now at the Spire 46-yard line. Colton Davis, shotgun. Two receivers near side, one to the far side, handoff. That's going to be that's Johnson. Dalen Johnson with a nice run as he gets past the 35, the 30, and he's forced out of bounds at the 28. And Shire is actually in at quarterback. So a nice run there. Down to the 28. So that will be a gain of 19. And 1st and 10 for Ottawa, 2:43 to go. Two receivers near side, man in motion. Handoff will go to Johnson. Makes a man miss, and he will be brought down after a gain of yard to the 20. Looks like to the 20. We're going to call it no gain at the 28. 7th play of this drive coming up. Started with 5:50 to go. 2:17 left to play. The Braves again just running the football, and 373 yards of rushing this afternoon. Man in motion far to the near side. Handoff, it's going to go to Johnson. St. Mary will bust through the line. That'll be a big loss back inside the 30 to the 31, a loss of 3. But really, Ottawa now coming up, just happy to let the clock run out here as the Braves will have it at the 31. And so it'll be 3rd and 12 from the 31 of the Spires. So Shire will hand it off. Johnson will take it. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. On the 8th play of this drive, 60 seconds left to go. It'll bring up 3rd down. Or excuse me, it'll be 4th and 12. 40 seconds left to go. So the Braves now are going to move their record to 3-1. And the Braves will take a timeout with 23 seconds left to go. We'll take a 30-second break. Braves in front, 35-17. You're listening to Ottawa University Braves football on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO and KOFO.com.
Let the joy begin with this week's sale at JCPenney. Get cozy with up to 50% off select cold weather bedding or your favorite kitchen items from Cuisinart, Wilton, and Instant Pot. Also, get select family outerwear at up to 50% off and save an extra 25% with coupon. Plus, grab our Black Friday prices earlier than ever. Shop the Black Friday kickoff at jcp.com this Sunday. JCPenney. Offers valid 10/29 to 11/5. Conditions and exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
Be 4th and 12 for Ottawa. Ball is at the Spire 31. 23 seconds left to go as the Braves look to clock this one out. What a fantastic performance this afternoon by Derek Curtis. 13 rushes, 218 yards, 3 touchdowns. Colton Davis with 11 runs, 77 yards for him. He has 2 touchdowns. And Dalen Johnson, 44 yards rushing for his day. Just a fantastic day of running, especially here in the second half by this Ottawa University Braves squad, as they have outscored St. Mary 28-7 in the second half. And the Braves will take a knee. And that will do it. It should do it, but that should actually just be a change of possession. So the Braves just took a knee, and the Spires will come back on the turnover of downs. And so not much you can really dial up here, and you may just think about taking a knee here if you're the Spires. But we'll see what they do. Here's Gutka in shotgun, single receivers to the far near side of the field. They'll hand it off as Niquette will get across the 35 to the 36 for a gain of 5. But that's going to do it. It's going to wrap it up. The Braves come back in the second half and lay a whooping on St. Mary, as they're going to end up with the win 35-17. We'll take a 2-minute break. We're going to hope to hear from Coach Kessinger by phone. We'll see what happens. But the Braves pick up the win 35-17. 2-minute break. You're listening to us on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO and KOFO.com.
It's time for some straight talk. Look, we all know the sound. It happens. Your phone. You fumble it, crack it, splash it. Well, Straight Talk Wireless's new Platinum Unlimited plan includes phone protection that covers those kinds of mishaps. Just $65 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data, plus more features, like 20 gigs of hotspot and 100 gigs of cloud storage, all on the best networks. Straight Talk Wireless only at Walmart.
See Mobile Protect terms and conditions at Asurion.com/Straight Talk. Limitations and exclusions apply.
Does learning a language feel like this?
No habla español? Hablo. It's hablo? Yes. It's hablo.
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
Since my husband is from Guatemala, I'll apply what I've learned in Babbel to our real-life situations.
The app is so easy to use and it's so practical. It helps you learn things that you will actually need.
Babbel, language for life, celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at babbel.com. That's babbel.com, BABBEL.com.
Let the joy begin with this week's sale at JCPenney. Get cozy with up to 50% off select cold weather bedding or your favorite kitchen items from Cuisinart, Wilton, and Instant Pot. Also, get select family outerwear at up to 50% off and save an extra 25% with coupon. Plus, grab our Black Friday prices earlier than ever. Shop the Black Friday kickoff at jcp.com this Sunday. JCPenney. Offers valid 10/29 to 11/5. Conditions and exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
Back to work at that job, the one you realized isn't for you? Well, that's if you're lucky, right? Make your move. You can start a new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months from the comfort of your own home, even if you have zero computer experience. Take control of your future now. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. Live online classes meet just twice a week. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
What an incredible second half here by Ottawa University. At the end of the first half, the Braves were down 10-7, and really, with the way that things had gone, you had kind of felt that they were lucky to even be in it by that point. It was really just one play by Derek Curtis, a 77-yard touchdown that got the Braves within 3. And when you take a look at that point in time, the Braves were 0 of 6 on third down. They ended up just 2 of 12, but a lot of times they didn't need a lot. They were able to convert, or they never had to do a whole lot as they were running it and running it long with some long runs. The Spires were, at the end of the first half, 5 of 12 on third down. They finished the day 6 of 20. The Spires only converted 1 third down in that second half, and they had 8 opportunities. And so a great job by the defense to get off the field in the second half. The Braves D only allowed 4 first downs in the second half by the Spires. The Spires had 10 in the first half. So what a great change and a great job by this defense to be able to make some adjustments. And then credit to this Braves offense. Neither team had a whole lot of offensive yards at the end of that first half. The Braves end the day with 382 offensive yards. They had 370 yards on the ground. An incredible job there. The last time that the Braves rushed for over 300 yards, you have to go back to October 29th of 2016, when the Braves beat Southwestern 48-3. As a team, the Braves rushed for 318 yards. And Derek Curtis with another incredible day running the ball. And we're going to have to see if we can figure out where this falls in the day, in an all-time stretch here. But Curtis ends the day with 218 yards on the ground, 13 rushes. He had 3 touchdowns on the day, and that was just a fantastic run day by Curtis, as he was, well, you take a look at his touchdown runs here, just those by themselves would end up being a great day rushing the football. But Curtis scores a 77-yard, a 47-yard, and a 58-yard run on the day. Just those 3 right there. So what an incredible rushing day by Ottawa University and by Derek Curtis. Colton Davis also another great day rushing the football. So we have to really be happy with what you saw here with the Braves and in this ball game. And of course, we're doing this game from here at the KOFO studios, and looks like we'll see if we have Coach K on the line. And you may have to go put him back on hold out there to do that. So looking forward to talking to head coach Kessinger about this one here, because of just the change between both sides from the first half to the second half. And so let's see, it's head coach Kent Kessinger joining us now here on the post-game show. Coach, congratulations on the victory. Are you there, Coach?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, all right, so I think we've got him. Okay, Coach, congratulations. What a change from the first half to the second half. What was the difference?
Well, I think the difference, Bob, is that we executed our game plan. You know, we did a really good job. Colton Davis came in and got a running game going a little bit. I mean, the wind was pretty bad, just kind of like it was at McPherson, and so we were kind of making sure that we had to run. And when we run, we're going to add another person to our run game, as opposed to just a quarterback that's going to hand off. And and that made a big difference. We got some good blocks with our receivers and our offensive line on some of our stuff, and oh boy, Derek Curtis had a great game for us as usual. We got the running game going, and we just really started getting some momentum offensively. Defense did the same thing. Picked by Dalen Johnson. It's good to have him back. Obviously, he made a contribution right away in that respect.
Well, and you take a look at everything from that first half. I wrote some notes down at the end of that half. First of all, defensively for Ottawa, the Spires were 5 of 12 on third down at the end of the first half. They only allowed one third down conversion in the second half. They only allowed the one long touchdown score in that second half, and they also only allowed 4 first downs. Defensively, was it just following the game plan? Was it just that simple, or was there maybe some other adjustments that took place defensively for Ottawa?
No, I think it was. I think it was just going and following the game plan, and then they get a good stop to start off the first drive, and then offensively it doesn't take us very long. We get in the end zone, and then we had the momentum going for us, and that's one of the things that we have to do a better job, is not have to wait and ride momentum, make our own. And we were able to do it in that case, and then defense just started feeding off that, and offense, they started feasting off each other, and that's a sign of a good team when they want to do that. And they showed a lot of good resilience, particularly in the second half today.
And kudos to the offensive line for opening up some of those holes. Of course, I don't think Derek Curtis needs a huge hole to get through, because I think he could really get through a crack in the ceiling if he wanted to. But they did a great job opening it up and allowing whoever was running the ball. Curtis ended up with 218 yards. Davis had 77. Dalen Johnson with 44. So whoever had the ball, they were opening up some room for them to run.
Yeah, they did a good job. We got onto the perimeter. We did some things in order to get some movement and ran some counter-type runs and that sort of deal. We really have to be, the one thing that I would tell you on the minus side, we have to do a better job is making sure that we get our pass protection and then play pitch and catch. And that's, I think Colton did a good job throwing the couple times that he had to do it. And unfortunately, we had a couple of drops in the session. But for the most part, we were able to put it, and this is one of those things, and this is how you're going to have to win in 2020, I think. It's got to be team victories. I mean, it's got to be everybody working together. And we played 3 quarterbacks today. We played a couple running backs. Played a couple guys in the offensive line. We had a kid step up from tight end and move into offensive line this week. Defensively, we did the same thing. We moved some guys around. Had a linebacker playing in a safety for a while, and then got some guys in. So it was definitely a team effort that happened today.
Well, and I do like a lot of the defense, the pressure that the defense did put on the quarterback for St. Mary's. They got back there for 5 sacks, but they really did a good job of just disrupting, especially in the second half, what the Spires wanted to do.
Yeah, there's a couple of them we're going to watch on film, and we're going to see, man, we could have had a couple more sacks, particularly there at the end. We kind of let them slip out, got across the line of scrimmage and that sort of thing. But for the most part, we did a good job getting pressure on them. They got us with a couple of those draws, though, and that's where we just got to be a little bit more alert to what's kind of going on full force through the whole game. So, but like I said, and you pointed it out. I think defensively we stood up in the second half definitely, and obviously that makes a huge difference when they have to play and into the wind. And we took a little bit of a gamble by going against the wind in the third quarter, but it paid off for us really well.
How much confidence does this give your squad after coming off of what happened last weekend, have a slow start, and then just absolutely obliterate the competition in the second half today?
Well, I hope it gives us some really good confidence going in, and hopefully it also gives us some learning things that we can adjust to and that sort of thing. Because of the fact that we did start slow, we kind of were in a fog to start off with. We both offensively and defensively. I mean, we let things kind of get into our head a little bit. So that is where I think that we need to just make sure that we're shoring things up a little bit more.
So now we have another switch with the scheduling. You were expecting to play Sterling next week at home. You got to go on the road for the third straight week, this time to Wichita to take on the Falcons. And so how does that change your game planning?
Well, it doesn't really, because originally, and it was funny, is that this week is finally the first week that I actually scratched out Friends the last 3 games and decided, well, we're supposed to be playing these guys, so I might as well have it up on my board so I can look at it all the time. And sure enough, as soon as I scratch it out, which I did on Friday, I wrote that up on Friday. The next thing you know, we're switching it around and we're playing somebody else. So you just kind of roll with the punches, you know. It's just kind of like somebody tell me on Sunday who we're playing, and we'll just do our best that we possibly can in order to be able to get that going. And we got Friends. We'll go down there, and hopefully we'll be able to put the game plan together. Guys will be healthy, and we'll play hard and hopefully come back with a victory.
We're going to talk more about this game on Tuesday night. We'll talk about the Friends matchup. Coach, I appreciate you giving us a call right after the game. Go celebrate with your team and have a safe trip back.
Thanks a lot, Bob, and go Braves.
So head coach Kent Kessinger joining us here on the pregame show. And so the Braves pick up the win by the final score of 37-17. We're going to take one final break here, and then we'll wrap it up. You're listening to Ottawa University Brave postgame here on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO and KOFO.com.
It's time for some straight talk. Look, we all know the sound. It happens. Your phone. You fumble it, crack it, splash it. Well, Straight Talk Wireless's new Platinum Unlimited plan includes phone protection that covers those kinds of mishaps. Just $65 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data, plus more features, like 20 gigs of hotspot and 100 gigs of cloud storage, all on the best networks. Straight Talk Wireless only at Walmart.
See mobile protect terms and conditions at asurion.com/straight talk. Limitations and exclusions apply.
Does learning a language feel like this?
No habla español?
Hablo.
It's hablo?
Yes.
It's hablo.
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
Since my husband is from Guatemala, I'll apply what I've learned in Babbel to our real-life situations.
The app is so easy to use and it's so practical. It helps you learn things that you will actually need.
Babbel, language for life. Celebrating 10 million subscriptions sold. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com. BABBEL.com.
Braves pick up the big win here this afternoon over the Spires, 35-17. It was 10-7 at the half, and the Braves explode for 28 points in the second half. They only allow 7, and they pick up the big win. And as we mentioned when we were talking with head coach Kent Kessinger, we'll talk more about this game Tuesday night. We're going to want to find out maybe if this is going to become the identity of this team, but the important part's going to be finding a passing game, because they're going to start loading the box against you, and they're going to make it hard to run. But then again, when you've got somebody like Derek Curtis putting up 2 bills in a game, 218 yards, I'm not sure what's going to happen there. And just an incredible day by Ottawa here. And now they got to get ready to go take on the Falcons in Wichita a week from today. We'll have that game for you. Kickoff is at 1:30. Pregame will be at 12:30. The question will be is whether we'll be doing it from here or if we'll be able to do this live in Wichita. Still waiting to find out for sure, but nevertheless, we will have the game for you here on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO and KOFO.com. Want to say thanks to Lars keeping us on the air. Great job by him. And thank you for listening as the Braves pick up the 35-17 victory over St. Mary. We'll talk to you Tuesday night from Pizza Time on 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
We hope you enjoyed this broadcast of Ottawa University Braves football on KOFO. Brought to you by Quality Structures Incorporated, Dingle & Son Mortuary, Sutton's Jewelry,